Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome along, everybody, to week 7 of the Eternal Super League. Apologies for the delayed start. We had a couple of technical issues during the stream setup, but we have those all sorted now, and we are ready to get cracking with some Eternal action. My name is Anarcho Mushroom. I am joined in the commentary booth tonight with a couple of familiar voices, perhaps to some people following the league, and a few new voices as well to the commentary section of the league. Tonight I have our season 1 champion, reigning and defending champion Toron, and the wonderful Laura from Scrubs and QTM. Toron and Laura, how are we doing tonight?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm excited to be in the booth and to talk about this week's gameplay. I know that there's some good matches.
I'm excited to be casting ESL. I've only been watching it for the past couple weeks. I see there's some new decks this week, so I'm really always learning new cards and new interactions watching ESL.
Absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, both of you, for jumping in for the first time this season. We are going to get straight into the gameplay momentarily, but before we do, we have a couple of things to discuss. Up on your screens right now, we have the standings as of last week, as of the end of week 6, going into phase 3. Obviously, the big sticking point right up at the top is of 15-15, 30 points, an undefeated record of 10-0 in ESL Season 2. They have yet to be defeated, and they sit very, very comfortably at the top with 6 games to go in ESL. Already having, crucially as well, played Jai, who is sitting in second place. Their commanding lead, or their lead of ESL Season 2, is more than commanding, and very much their destiny, their championship is very firmly in their own hands.
15-15 has been a monster this whole league, bringing new and unique decks and playing them astonishingly well. I look forward to seeing how they do this week.
Absolutely. We are going to see if Jai can close gap, if off 15-15 will slip up. We did see last year off 15 had a similar start. They went on this unbelievably hot tear in phase 1 and phase 2, but in phase 3 the wheels kind of fell off a little bit and they weren't able to capitalize, which ended up being of great benefit to you, Toron, because you managed to make the surge late enough in the league to pip of 15 and obviously claim that inaugural title. But we will see if of 15 can get vengeance and claim their maiden an Eternal Super League championship. Throughout the rest of the leaderboard, it's a bit of a dogfight. We have Jai sitting relatively comfortably in second place with 21 points, a 7-5 record. But then from third all the way down to 8th, there's only a couple of points separating a lot of the competitors. So the podium places, that middle bracket as well, 15 points tying up the middle table as well. And even down in the bottom here, Ace Empress and Augustus Caesar so close to being able to get out of that relegation bracket of the bottom 3 and saving themselves and guaranteeing themselves an invitation to Eternal Super League Season 3. So there's a lot to play for still across all levels of the competition, across all levels of the table, and I can't wait to see what happens and what permutations we get as the rest of the phase progresses. We are into a brand new phase, so players were able to bring in new deck lists. They were able to change their deck lists for the final time. These decks, while they don't have Vantage Point cards, Vantage Point was not allowed for phase 3, this does have the new points list applied. So things like World Tree Woo and Nebula were pointed and affected in the most recent points list update. So we're going to see how much the points list has affected. This is your phase 3 metagame breakdown, and we see a very significant uptick in the amount of OB Super Heavy Logistics, 3 copies of OB on Corp side amongst our players, and on Runner we have a very, very similar kind of even spread that we saw in phase 2, where we had a lot of people just being the sole representative on their Runner. This is a very interesting development. There's a couple of very interesting includes. We have the first wizard of the competition. We have a Titan Transnational appearing as well. Only one Nebula that went from being about 5 copies in the metagame all the way down to only one now in phase 3. Immediate thoughts, Toron, especially because you're obviously playing in the league. I don't think you've changed up much as the weeks have progressed. You've stayed playing Cabanessa Wu, but tell me, as somebody who's in the middle of the league, how much of the pointless change kind of affect your deck list choices, and what were you kind of thinking towards in phase 3?
It's true that I am a World Tree Woo ride and die, so no pointless changes are going to stop me from playing a 100 card deck. However, the pointless did clearly change up what people were thinking about. The essential killing of combo woo means that corpse can spend a lot less tech and spend a lot less time thinking about how you don't lose to combo woo. And Ob was a potentially fragile deck because they didn't run very many ice, and while they had a very quick combo, it usually wasn't quick enough to kill Wu. Also notable that we've seen a pretty big drop in the amount of Andromeda. I was surprised last phase by the amount of Andromeda, and I got pretty harshly punished for it. My deck was not well built into Criminal, and Andromeda ate my lunch there. Players clearly are looking to mix things up in this last phase, pushing different strategies. Haley, Geist, Arasana, Max, all of these are niche identities that have the ability to push really hard in strange ways. And the ability to surprise your opponent on either side of the table is extremely valuable in Eternal. So choosing to try something different just to get a bit of a surprise factor is well worth doing. And I think our players are shifting away from Andromeda in the hopes that they can catch corpse off guard that might have overtech into anticipated Crim matchups.
On the corpse side, I'm also interested to see what these three obs are doing. If they're all doing similar, I think we see like combo kill in the last couple weeks, or if some will have a mix of scoring. I know we said there aren't VP cards legal, but I'll be interested to see in the next Eternal Super League if obs will be playing 6 copies of border control.
Combo
Absolutely.
kill is certainly the traditional path that Ob takes, but usually with mutually assured destruction. But the ID is so versatile in Eternal with so many options that you can fit a ridiculous amount of strategies into it, not just kill and not just mad kill. So it's very possible that these three decks are none of them are on mad kill and they're exploring other options like Drago, touch ups, or scoring.
Definitely. And we've also seen like touch ups as well in this personal evolution deck. We saw it last phase. This kind of touch up sting combo kill that uses bladderworts and bioethics to pressure the runner, their hand size, before eventually landing a kind of a combo kill, a fast advanced combo kill. Um, I'm really excited to see Titan. This is an ID that I think has been criminally underrepresented in Eternal. It's obviously incredibly powerful. It is barely affected by the points list, and I'm really really excited to see what people are doing out of Titan. I think the other big thing that's the omission for me on the corp side is Scorp completely absent, even though it was affected in the points list update. It wasn't like super nerfed. It was a deck that already wasn't playing the full 7 points. So I'm really really interested to see why we've moved away from Scorp. If obviously Jai is Mr. Scorp, and he's obviously moved off of it. So I'm really curious to see what he's brought instead, and also maybe find out exactly why he's moved away from that strategy if the points list really was that much of a significant effect. And I'm also dying to see this Asa Group deck, Asa Group and Eternal. That sounds absolutely sick. Okay, we've talked a lot about what we can expect. I'm going to hand the microphone over now to both of you. I'm going to shut up and I'm going to manage things from the booth. And we are going to dive right into some Eternal gameplay and actually get going with Eternal Super League Season 2, Phase 3, Week 7. So I'm going to shut up and I'm going to hand it over to you, fine folks, for us to get started.
Alrighty.
Great, thank you.
I'm excited to see where things go.
Me too. Great. Looks like we're seeing the new IDs right from the get-go.
Titan is certainly one of the ideas that I'm most excited to see. I've never seen anything from Eternal Titan, and there are quite a few agendas that could potentially push this identity into being broken beyond the traditional just Atlas scoring chain. The addition of some
It sounds like we may have lost Torin a little bit.
the addition of some dividends cards, while not as strong as Atlas, also gives more 2/3s to Wayland and gives more 2/3s with a positive effect when scored for Titan as an option. On the other side of the table, Max, we see there are a few different types of Max that we usually see. Sometimes it's just a reg Max where you're just using the ID for extra draw and playing a regular criminal deck. But also popular for experimentation is Hive Mind Max, where you use the virus Hive Mind, which has the text that gives all other viruses the viruses of Hive Mind, to create a really powerful toolbox where you can trash ice with stuff like Parasite and Ice Carver extremely efficiently and very scarily.
Yeah, looks like this is a kind of Ice Destruction max with Chisel and the Devil Charm, and just an early keyhole getting ready to pressure R&D. Maybe get in 3 runs to install the crowdfundings back.
2 crowdfundings discarded this early is a huge deal. Those are going to be one of the major econ pieces for Max this game, and drawing 2 of them in the top 10 cards of the deck is going to warp the game in Max's favor. It's going to make things much, much easier to keep up and install some of the more expensive programs, alongside being able to compete with any trashes or assets. I'm a little surprised by the keyhole install without any runs. It seems like we were missing an opportunity there, but perhaps with the chisel in hand, we're confident that there isn't an ice that's going to punish us for just showing our hand and putting the keyhole on the table.
Yeah, it looks like Slot Machine, one of the strongest ice that we had in Standard recently. It just destroyed instantly. I also want to call out that the Max has milled a Steel Skin and a Strike Fund already, so that's the champion difference.
Steelskin and Strike Thunder are such a big deal for Max. Oh, it's so free.
This is an interesting choice. You're choosing, I guess, to trash ice or the friends in high places, which could bring back the ice. Ooh, and there's an Optibook, so I think we've already hit 2 agendas into archives.
We're getting some extremely good trashes here.
Mhm.
Econ pieces, influence pieces, agendas, all going to the bin, all while installing crowdfunding. It seems like it's going to be an uphill battle for Assunpros. I don't know how you pull yourself out from this hole.
Yeah, because currently they'll need a way to, or they'll need a way to recur the agendas out of archives and ice up R&D again. It looks like the ice is just not showing up. Oh, you see a
And
rumor mill
of
here, which could
15
blank
of
the Jacksons
1515,
or Spin
giving a
Doctors.
window
Yeah.
here for Ace Empress to res and pop a Spin Doctor before playing Rumor Mill, making sure that they don't skip over any timing windows, because you can res and pop the Spin Doctor on the runner's turn. But now that Rumor Mill has hit the table, Spin Doctor has no text, and those agendas in archives are extremely vulnerable. The game might just be over before we know it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have 2 agendas. Is there any risk of dying here?
I mean, potentially, if Ace Empress has the right tools, stealing agendas could always do something, a double punitive or potentially even measured response. But without any way to search the deck,
And another steel skin off the top. Looks
of
like it was just
1515 isn't scared.
an Atlas and Server 1, so at least that cleared the rumor mill. But
Cleared
R&D is
Rumor
still open to
Mill.
Stargate.
We got a Atlas token as well. That's a very big deal.
Ace Empress regretting not resing the Jackson Howard before the rumor mill came down because they thought of it, but it seems like a hard read.
Sometimes it's better to wait, especially with Jackson when Keyhole is on the table. Like maybe Faye was trying to hope for that third agenda to hit the bin before popping Jackson, but it's also sometimes you just gotta cut your losses, because against a deck like Max where you're milling through extremely quickly, they're going to end up with their rumor mill pretty early. And if they're on one rumor mill, they're gonna be on 3.
Yeah, and that Moshing is already ripped into the next rumor mill and 2 copies of Ashen. So we saw that even though this is only a 45 card max deck, it's gonna go through maybe once or even 2 more times.
The cut between Ashen and Levy is always really interesting for decks. Milling 5, removing 5 from the game is a pretty big deal, especially for a toolbox deck that cares about using every single chisel and leech as efficiently as possible. But on the other hand, having to spend 1 additional influence to save those 5 cards isn't always worth it.
Yeah, still no ice coming down on R&D. I guess Ace Empress could use the Atlas token to fetch a piece of ice, but that doesn't seem like what you want to be doing with that agenda counter.
Too big to fail coming down, giving Ace Empress some bounce back. That's a really big deal. But still no ice. That's brutal. And with a rumor mill in hand, a 1515 can stop any Spin Doctors or Jackson Howards from saving that from the bin.
Yeah, this keyhole is so different from the current counterpart in Stargate because it shuffles a deck every time, so you can see a completely fresh set of 3.
Keyhole is just ripping this game apart.
Oof. Katorga. What are we getting back here? Maybe the rumor mill?
Potentially a rumor mill, maybe a labor rights.
Or a double charm if we think we're gonna have to get through 1 more ice next turn.
Devil Charm is a really good shout, especially with a chisel in hand. Makes any server assailable. Oh, or perhaps no Katorga run. We're just gonna get archives manually.
Mhm.
We already have quite a bit of recursion in hand.
Yeah, and we have so much money. I don't think any sort of punitive threats online, any punitive or measured threats are online anymore.
No.
Oh, and we get the crowdfundings back too.
Oh, 1515, letting the server one go. If that's another Atlas, it could be a pretty big swing for the game. 2 Atlas searches could be enough to sneak out a win.
I don't think we've seen much influence from this Titan deck yet, other than the slot machines, right? So are there any like fast advance pieces
We
to
did see
fetch?
friends in high places earlier.
Hmm.
So that might also suggest some strong defensive upgrades like Caprice or Analytic Void. Those usually go well with friends in high places. All right, we are seeing some fast advance combo or never advance. But what are we scoring with the slash and burn? Slash and burn is also a very cool and interesting include
Yeah. Are we gonna maybe try to
with
over advance an Atlas so that we can pre-fetch a spin or a Jackson?
two
Double
slash
slash
and
and
burns
burn.
to, oh my god, 3 Atlas counters. We're probably going to use one to save those slash and burns from the bin, especially
Hmm.
considering we know that Rumor Mill is probably coming down soon. But 3 Atlas counters opens up a whole world of possibilities.
Funnily enough, this is a situation where off the books is marginally better because off the books lets you install clicklessly. Project Atlas only lets you fetch from the deck, and then you
That
still have
is
to spend a
a
click to install.
great call. Actually, off the books would cook here pretty well. All right, and then we see the Jackson Howard come down. So knowing that 2 slash and burns are in the deck, that's going to make the deck pretty dense for this next turn of Keyhole. Ace
Hmm.
Empress must just be hoping that 3 runs miss, which is a rough hope, but certainly possible.
Yeah, and you
And
know
then
there's no
with
Jackson on the table, so it's completely clear to just keep on milling. Oh, and there's a hostile.
and there you go. With a hostile takeover in the bin, that's game. Unfortunate for Ace Empress, just could not find a way to defend R&D from the keyhole pressure. But with
Yeah, the
2
key will
Atlas
just.
counters, it did
Uh-huh.
seem like they had a path to victory, had things been a
Yeah,
little bit different.
I know with Atlas counters there's fun lines where you can fetch nearly almost all the agendas out of R&D, but at this point the Stargate's still probably going to do enough damage to find the rest of them.
Even
Yeah.
then, with an undefended HQ after that Parasite just trashed the Enigma, it was
Exactly.
gonna be rough closing it out.
Yeah, it's too bad we couldn't see what this Titan is popping off doing, but hopefully in the next 2 weeks.
I can
All right, shall we see the flip side?
Alrighty, let's see it.
Oh, hold on. This is the game we saw already, so we're gonna switch over to game 2 between ASAP Prince and 1515. Great. Okay, so we see Ace Empress is on Arsana, and 1515 has won the OBS.
Immediately we're seeing interdiction in hand. That's a very, very cool current. It's one of my favorite currents, one of the currents that feels like it's a interesting design space, which stops the corp from resin cards, resin non-ice cards on the runner's turn. Which would be also very effective against Ob, who loves to use the runner turn to get extra installs and Ob triggers. We're
Oh
seeing
yeah,
that
what's the
shuffled
rules
away,
interaction
but it's
there?
a
If there's
fun
an
thing to
interdiction,
see happen.
if Ob tries to tutor for a card, can they tutor it and it just remains unresed if interdiction's on the table?
That's correct. Yeah, they
Okay.
would reveal the card, try to res it, and then fail because interdiction prevents them from doing so.
Looks like all we
It
have
looks
from
like Ace
1515 is an asset on the table, and we have trick shots and indexing. Just rip it already.
swinging the indexing without checking the table first is a little risky. Lots and lots of the Ob cards will shuffle the deck. Almost every single card Ob puts on the table is able to shuffle the deck. So I don't know if this SSL endorsement is actually going to get stolen.
Hmm.
We're also seeing a pretty standard kill ob from those top 5 cards. 2 Cyberdex Virus Suite and a Malia. Malia usually used for blanking some sort of anti-kill tech.
I guess this
Ace
Aaron
Empress
explains.
hoping that O15 pops early, but
Oh, but we're
wow,
getting it.
we're getting the SSL. That's a big deal. Especially with an Aaron Marone down, that's going to make a lot of kills much, much harder. However, the 9 credits off SSL will open up a lot of lines and quick kills for a 15-15 that they might not have had otherwise.
Yeah, Ace Empress will steal that agenda, but going down to 0 credits, trashing the Jeeves might mean a couple slow turns to try to recover, while 15 can just spam stuff on the board.
I believe last week we did see an ob deck able to push to a win using some of the credits that SSL endorsement granted. So, and the fact that the deck is likely on 3 SSL and 3 SDS drone deployments means that a 15-15 could pretty accurately guess that the top of the deck was going to be SSL endorsement, as it is a stealable agenda. Not that it particularly mattered, given that they did not have a shuffle available to them to stop the steal.
It looks like we have an Estelle Moon coming down, but only with 1 counter on it. So this could be contested, but it's still a good amount to trash, right?
That it is. Estelle Moon being 3 to trash is a huge deal. It forces the runner to have the cash available when making the run, and if they don't, then you can just keep it there. Or even sometimes, if they have the cash, say they only had 3 credits, force them to go down to 0, trashing it. Estelle Moon is just such a maneuverable and versatile card.
Yeah, Ace Empress just feel like kind of pressure to use the Aaron Moran counters to draw into better econ cards, and they drew them to a gamble, but can require them to click for credits to get up to that 5 credit threshold.
Using the Aaron Marone counters is certainly rough. It means that it'll be a good bit easier to combo out for a 15-15. And while it's possible for a 15 to blank the Aaron with a Malia, which we did see earlier, that still is one additional piece that they would have had to figure out how to get on the table, which they now no longer need to figure out how to get on the table. But
Yeah,
getting that
15 just
econ going
icing.
again is a huge deal.
Yeah, 15 seems to have kind of a slow start, just drawing up and icing centrals. I wonder if that suggests they're somewhat flooded.
This does look like a very slow start. And with a DDoS as well as a deep dive in hand, this game could end up closing out very quickly.
But at the very least, there's that Kesselroyd rest on R&D, which Ace Emperor is currently not showing a way to get through.
Kesselroyd is a bit of a interesting pick, given that at this point, Combo Wu, which was the main deck that was playing Apocalypse, which Kesselroyd was kind of hard tech for, is no longer in the meta. But it is still tech against Ice Destruction across the board. And given that Up15 is on an Ice Destruction deck on the other side, possible that he was looking to tech into some of those other options.
Yeah, it's been interesting to see the status of Kesselroyd in both Standard and Eternal. I think when the card was first previewed, it was sort of maligned that the numbers are sort of mediocre and the non-trashable text doesn't do very much, but it has so many sort of tech niche use cases that it shows up in fun places.
It's a short line of text, but it does matter a lot, and it makes it really impactful. Ice trashing decks have been a regular staple of both Standard and Eternal, and those decks usually don't have any sort of alternative breaking option. Sometimes in AI. And so just having one piece of hard and the run can be a huge deal. Compare
15,
that
15
to
taking
the
another
old
think. Okay.
Architect,
Hmm.
which also can't be trashed while it's installed, which did not have a hard end the run. While it was also tech into those decks, it wasn't nearly as useful because they could just run through it and steal your agenda.
I'm just saying, oh, 15, 15 taking, I think here, drawing up. I wonder, is there anything useful that they can tutor with the op ability from the advanced assembly lines, getting a zero coster to try to fix this somewhat ugly hand?
At this point, it's looking really rough. You might want to search for a Rashida or, depending on your point spend, a Spin Doctor. But as Spin Doctor is a point and Ob is usually stretched thin. Oh, we grab a
Interesting.
pivot from, we pivot into a, oh, maybe not. Pivot is on threat text.
Yeah. Because, oh, looks like we're using the AAL first. Okay, deciding not to use a pivot yet and just installing two things.
Of 15, pretty clearly pushing for the win here.
Mhm.
Searching for the, presumably the other half of the event combo for mutually assured destruction into high profile target, getting 3 assets on the table. I would be pretty worried if I was Ace Empress. This could close out really quickly.
Yeah, and we don't see any asset tech right now, like a Parisha or a Miss Bones. So we're just gonna take cold hard cash to trust some of these things, and then creative hopefully to stay liquid.
Spending 2 clicks drawing cards is a bit risky. Most of the time, Ob is able to essentially move their assets around by trashing one of their cards and then SDS drone
Ooh.
deployment steal off the table.
Already installing the Ika before just in case, which was the exact right call.
That's a big deal. That could push for a win, but not hitting an asset to trash could also mean that all 15-15 is able to complete their combo. Hitting the agenda there might actually have been the worst option, even if it was luck.
But the stealing the SDS did give us two Aaron Moran counters. Is that going to keep us alive any longer?
That's a great point. It certainly could. We've got 3 res cards on the table. That's what you need for mutually assured destruction. Of 15-15 could be searching for a Bass Cheraboga from the border control to get the extra click, but would already be at 0 with Mad. I'm not sure how they close the game here, especially given the Aaron Marone. The Aaron Marone is a great shout.
Yeah, Azepper's taking a thinking maybe whether to preemptively use Aaron Moran before it's blanked by anything. But currently there's no way to fetch a one coster Malia, right? So it would have to be
Uh,
installed on the table first.
Castle Ride.
Hmm. Oh, and then if
Un-
it's extracted, for example, there's no window between the Abres to use the Aaron counters.
that's right. Additionally, worth noting that Castleroyd, unlike uh,
Architect?
Architect, can be trashed by the Corp. Weird kind of thing about Architect is that neither player can trash it once it's installed.
Oh, interesting. I never realized that. So you can't over-install it either.
No, you cannot. It's
Huh.
weird. Once it's
Okay,
rezzed.
015. Yes. 015, 15, just drawing up still. Probably looking for more of the kill combo pieces or more things to stick on the table because, yeah, without Malia right now, Mad gives you 3 tags and 2 of them can get removed by Aaron. I wonder why they felt pressure to put the STS on the table.
It's certainly interesting. Making sure that one of these executive boot camps survived the turn to get the border control resed is pretty important because border control can search for Bascheraboga, but it's a pretty big sacrifice. Ace Empress right about to win on points, and with Aaron Marone counters, it's much harder to. Oh, we are
There's a
just
pass.
potentially pretty bad here. The deck is probably only on one Bascheraboga, and having drawn it means you can't search for it anymore. Ooh.
Oh, and using it both Dredger counters to shuffle away an STS and SSL. So we were right. Oh, 1515 was quite flooded.
And extremely flooded. And now we have an extremely dense R&D. If Ace Empress can find a way to get in, find a way to break that rezzed Castleroyd and even just go for a single, they might be able to close the game out.
Yeah, a single deep dive in hand could have pretty good odds of winning, but that would mean getting through the border control in HQ, which is not going to be easy, especially with the op lines that opens up.
Hush could help with that, but we do need a way to break both barriers. I don't know what breaking options Ace Empress is running, so how exactly the game is going to close from here is an open question. Of 1515, on their long winning streak, must be playing to many lines on how to potentially close the game.
Oh,
One
that's
of the
needed with the
Aaron
hot
counters
pursuit.
popped.
Mm-hmm. Still no breaking options. Just all money instead.
Hot Pursuit, very cool card. I love to see that in Arasana. That's really fun.
Yeah. I wonder if this DDoS is going to get much value. Yeah, we're just pitching it because all the odd ice is already rezzed.
One Aaron Marone counter, all that Ace Empress thinks is needed.
Well, maybe
With
the second ice
DDoS
R&D.
out, we immediately get an ice.
Oh, and icing the executive boot camp too. So it looks like we're just going to use it to start rezzing all that ice and set up the map lines. Second Aaron still not particularly useful. More money, wow.
A rough draw. These two turns that of 1515 hasn't been pushing for the win could have been exactly what Ace Empress needed to close the game out, but with just money after money draw, a
Looks like they've gotten
lifeline
to a
is being
Muse
thrown out.
finally. So with a Muse, Silent Ship, and Hush, we can potentially get into a lot of places. Using a Muse preemptively or a glossing over the Hybrid Driver or Mayfly. Mayfly would be a way to convert just all this pure money into some runs. Oh, looks like we're just trick shotting. Interesting.
Potentially just going for a single. We know
I
that
guess a
any
double
agenda
with trick
wins the
shot.
game.
Yeah.
Oh, there, you're right. A double with trick shot.
What a card, really.
I'm a huge trick shot fan.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are we able to close the game out? We see a Rashida on top. That's not it. And I did not see what the second card was.
Me neither. There might have been a second Rashida.
I think you're right. I think it was two Rashidas. That's rough. But we do get to trash one rezzed asset. That's something. But now that we're down to no Aaron Marone counters.
Yeah, with 5 res cards, that's enough tags for lethal. More than enough.
It's all about of 1515 just has to find that way to get an extra click. They can stick a Bass Charaboga. If they're able to stick a Cyberdex Virus Suite, they can search for a Jeeves.
Mhm.
They use Executive Bootcamp to search for the Jeeves. So we're extremely telegraphed here.
Mhm.
The Jeeves is in the server. We know where it is. We know that of 1515 has the high profile target, and we can assume that they have mutually assured destruction as well. It's an
Yeah.
open challenge. Can you figure out a way to either win the game or trash that Jeeves model Biroids?
I think Ace Empress does have the tools to trash Jeeves with the Simul Chip and the Muse on the board. And I guess that was one reason to pre-install the Muse last turn so that you can have a Simul Chip fodder this turn.
Simulchip Muse for the Mayfly does solve the problem, but I would be concerned about also checking server 10 so that just in case it's a second Jeeves or it's something that can search for Jeeves.
Hmm. My guess would be that server 10 is just a top, letting a 1515 continue drawing up. But you're definitely right. It could be something sneaky. And looks like we are going to take the line with the chip to run down the Castleroid and the what we assume is the G's, which is only really expensive, right? Yeah, it's 2 to break the Castleroid and then
And then
5
5
to
to
trash
trash
Jeeves.
Jeeves. Jeeves is a brutal
Whoa.
trash.
Okay, yeah, so Rashid and server 10 just didn't have the clicks to check it.
Down to nothing. Of 15 kind of has just his their run of the place.
Yeah.
I don't
And we've
know.
seen a lot of the high influence cards get trashed by now, right? The G's, I think 2 G's are trashed and a Bass. So are they running out of click options?
Well, we know that Bass and one or two Jeeves is in the bin, but Jeeves is an alliance card from the Mumbad cycle. So if you have enough other HB cards in your deck, which you always do if you're running Jeeves, Jeeves costs no influence. So of 1515, presumably has 3 Jeeves in the deck.
That's wild. I never really glossed over what that line meant, but the fact that you can play 3 of this seems like an extremely strong card for no influence. It's pretty wild.
It yes. Ace Empress in a terrible position here. Can't access server 6. Server 11 is a 3 cost is a card that can search for Amalia, potentially Tech from that Estelle Moon. There's the Jeeves, and it's all over.
Yeah, well fought by Ace Empress, but just couldn't keep up the money, trashing 2 Jeeves back and forth.
Extremely tight game. Ace Empress getting up to 6 points and then getting 2 singles on a deck that must have been dense, but
Mhm.
was not able to find the closing line, find the finishing agendas. And with that, of 1515 extends their win streak to 12 games in a row. An absolutely astonishing piece of work.
Yeah, truly incredible. Switching up decks too, you know, the Max in the previous game, now Ob. They seem to just winning with everything.
They a practically psychic ability to read the meta and read the matchup to know exactly what is needed and then play perfectly.
Yeah, and that's
Not
extra impressive in the context of Eternal, considering there's so much variety and so many possibilities to anticipate the meta shaping up so well. Really astonishing.
obviously wasn't a guaranteed win. There was some
Mhm.
random accesses there that could have ended things early. Arguably, there might have been some misplays, but it all comes out in up 15's favor again.
Yeah, this is an interesting thing. I have this question about Eternal for you. I guess I'll ask. I've been told that it's an extremely fast format. Every click matters. But also, I feel like I've seen such high trash costs that runners get forced to click for credits sometimes, like as we saw in this game after trashing Jeeves. What's the relation between these two things?
That's certainly true. There is a push and pull between the high trash costs of the impactful assets in Eternal, like Jeeves, like Wage Workers, like Commercial Bankers Group, like Estelle Moon. All of those cards are very high trash costs, and they're such high priority targets that you need to
Mhm.
trash them as soon as they're rezzed. So if you don't have the econ in hand, sometimes you have to trash that, and then you're clicking for credits to get back. That fact is a big reason why asset decks are so strong in Eternal, and why every runner deck is usually running bounce back econ or some sort of asset tech, and why Wizard was the king of Eternal for a very long time. Those 3 recurring credits meant that he did not need to worry about going to 0 credits too often.
Yeah, and we'll be seeing more Wizard later, maybe today or in this section, this third part of the Eternal Super League. Shall I move on to our next 2 games?
All right, let's go for it.
All right, it looks like this pair is Augustus Caesar versus Mezzi. Augustus still repping this Geist that we've seen him play in the past few weeks.
Geist, extremely cool ID. Whenever you use a trash ability, draw 1 card. Extremely skill testing ID. Some of the cards in there are very flexible, and with all of the timing windows that you can pop them at, whether it be Spy Camera to look at the top card of the deck at just the right time, or Street Peddler, which has the ability to install any type of card at any time, but at somewhat random. There's a lot of possibilities. And while Augustus hasn't had the most success this time around in the league, he's exactly the kind of player that is able to handle that possibility space.
Yeah, and just going off our conversation about expensive to trash assets, we have Industrial Genomics on the other side. It's going to make all their trash costs increase by 1 per face down archives, if I'm not mistaken. But Augustus just mulliganing into the missed bones for the opening, so that's extremely clutch asset tech against what are quickly going to surmount to higher and higher trash costs on the corpse side.
Opening Miss Bones and opening double crowdfunding is bonkers. That's gonna, and an opening employee strike.
Oh wow, yeah, I just noticed.
Mezzi is in for a rough go of it. I
We're just going
don't.
to keep trashing everything.
There's a lot of different flavors of industrial genomics,
Mhm.
and we saw Up 1515 in the last phase see a lot of success with a power shutdown combo. And it looks like Mezzi may be working on a more asset forward, more grindy version of industrial genomics. But that list has trouble if you're not able to get ahead very early. And the early miss bones and double crowdfunding means that Augustus is going to be able to spend some time setting up while fighting the assets, instead of having to choose between fighting assets and setting up.
Oh, and just a bacterial programming on the table. So this is probably what Messi's going to use to clean up the top of R&D and presumably dump some cards in archives to make them more expensive to trash.
This is a really big deal for Mezzi. Being able to dump the exact right cards into archives, the breached dome, the shock, to make it so that running archives is very painful, and then adding the important assets to hand at the same time. Wow, all 7 cards to HQ.
That's surprising. Are we just presuming to discard them next turn?
Presumably, we're going to be discarding them next turn, and we don't want Augustus running it with his last click. But still interesting that not a single card gets left on R&D. We're pushing this
Yeah.
game to go fast and end fast as a result.
But Augustus has his employee strike too, so he can just play it and continue trashing the board.
This is true. And Mezzi doesn't know that the employee strike is coming to
Mhm.
ruin some of her dreams.
There's a stone ship too. I know these decks have some kind of kill combo um, with Keeling, but I guess the stone ship can help you stay alive in an emergency situation. Drawing to a second stone ship too.
Stone Chip doesn't stop Keeling from killing you, as Keeling kills you with negative hand size,
Yes.
but Keeling discarding you down and then killing with bioethics is
Mhm.
also bioethics slash bladderwort is also a potential plan. And Augustus has some protection into that.
Looks like we're taking a turn off just to install cards, maybe going for a triple run next turn to get the crowdfundings back. But we see that Mezzi stuck a cohort, which seems really crucial for these IG decks to continue putting garbage, to put it lightly, into archives to make the number of face downs go up rapidly.
I think it's worth paying attention to the same old thing that Augustus
Mhm.
put down. Augustus knew that this turn he may be taking some damage from either Bladderwort or Bioethics, and getting a same old thing down means that he's going to be able to pop that for an employee strike at any turn to be able to trash the crucial assets like Keeling.
Mhm.
I wouldn't be surprised for Augustus to lay down that second same old thing to make sure he has control over the matchup and when Employee Strike is active. Being able to control when the trash costs are lower is going to be a huge deal.
Oh, and there's a killing, so getting to trash it for its regular fours. A really good deal here.
Keeling, exemplifying some strong assets in Eternal,
Uh-huh.
given that the discounted one is only 4.
Okay, so now that Miss Bones is finally gone, but there is the Stone Chip and the 2 crowdfundings coming back, so that's gonna be the drip that Augustus is relying on for the next couple turns.
We're
Oh, just a
seeing a
hybrid release to get rid of the employee strike.
hybrid release to get rid of employee strike is great, and we're getting an install. That's excellent value, but the same old thing will bring it back when Augustus is ready for it. Checking server 11, it's going to be hard to trash if it's an asset, and it
Mm.
is. But perhaps Augustus was considering that it could be an agenda like Regenesis, which could very quickly swing the tide of the game in Mezzi's favor.
I'm interested by this Begalter install from Augustus. Do you break much ice in this matchup? It seems like it's mostly assets.
It certainly is mostly assets, and the Begalter install is interesting. The types of ice that IG tends to run are extremely low cost gear checks, like
Mhm.
ice, like Paper Wall, which is just a zero cost barrier. And then sometimes some spiky sentries like Sicenton or Bathymus or Cortex Lock. So it's possible that Augustus is anxious about losing that Begalter to damage and then being unable to check HQ or archives.
Mhm.
But a
Looks like we're
3
putting
credit
Kazaram on archives too to just get ready to check maybe in the next turn or two.
a 3 credit investment is not insignificant. So
Mhm.
it's definitely a interesting play, and it's more long-term oriented.
Oh yeah, the next turn seems like a good turn to check archives and take some damage because the crowdfundings are going to pop drawing a card and drawing an extra card from Geist.
And now we see right now the game is somewhat spiraling out of control with a
Mhm.
very wide board. Augustus feels the need to check archives, see if there's agendas in there, see if there is, and make it so that it's possible to trash ice.
Ooh, and resing a Wempoa to think get some cards out of archives. Yeah, one shock, one breach show.
Presumably saving an agenda from archives, taking a bit of damage, but with a same old thing on the field. We're not afraid. We know that we have the ability to get the Ashen Epilogue if it comes down to it. And now
Mhm.
we're going to the Blacklist. That is an
Ooh,
interesting piece of tech that Messi is running.
yeah, because that would turn off the same old things from playing the cards from archives, right?
That's right. Blacklist is it's not very popular, hasn't seen a lot of play, but it's a very old card and it's very broad. Just everything in the heap stays in the heap. But now that
Also,
it's
I
been
stand corrected. earlier that the crowdfunding themselves draw a card, but they don't trigger Geist, right? Because there's no trash
That's
can ability.
correct. That's right. They trash themselves. It's not a paid ability to trash it. Still enough draw to make running archives worth it, but
Mm-hmm. But there's the
ooh,
Kakarembo immediately turning all of archives face down, so requiring the runner to go check it one more time and take the, what is it, 2 damage?
2 damage and 1 off of the stack, unless something
Yeah.
else has been added in. That is a huge play for Messi.
Oh, and double advancing a card in 17. Do we think it's just garbage?
It could just be a useful asset.
Mm-hmm.
I would be surprised if it's an agenda. I don't know if we trash any cards from hand with Kakarembo. All right. Augustus is flipping archives again, eating the damage.
Oh, but it's only a compilation first, so you think that allows you to take out one of the shocks afterward for your next run back?
That's correct. You would be able to stop it for future runs, but you still have to take it for this run.
Yeah, that's pretty cool piece of tech. Looks like they're thinking about what to couplate. Yeah, coupling the Breach Dome. Very cool.
Probably going to just leave it on the compilation for the
Mhm.
rest of the game. Maybe try to sweep the hand and win, but now that Archives is flipped again and there's a little bit less poison in it, it's going to be harder for Mezzi to control the game. But there's still a lot of assets on the field, and Mezzi still has, and Augustus does not have the credits needed to trash them. He really needs a second Miss Bones or some other tool to bounce up and trash these assets. Otherwise, the game might spiral out of control in Mezzi's favor.
Oh, looks like they're just clicking for credits to trash the Wempoa, and yeah, that seems necessary, or else Mezzi's just gonna be able to fix Flood and bottom agendas for the rest of the game. Getting rid of the Bling, so sad. I think Bling is the coolest part of this deck, but it makes sense. You don't have the 2 credits to install it, and you don't really want to mill your stack faster. Oh, Mezzi saying that they wanted to use the Wempoa before it was trashed.
Sure. Potentially trashing an agenda from hand and then immediately adding it to the bottom. Oh,
Oh
okay.
no,
We're
it looks like
adding
just putting a face down to archives.
a face down card to archives and shuffling back a good asset. Or not shuffling back, but putting back a good asset.
Mhm.
Making things a bit harder to trash and trying to force another run on archives. Keeping that fight up on draining the runner's economy.
Okay, overinstalling a card, getting it into archives. So just replenishing the face downs. This is simulation reset, so more ways to just dump 2 cards from the hand. Shuffle back 2 good cards. Shuffling back Cohort and Wempoa.
Now that the deck is shuffled, that earlier agenda that got placed on the bottom, or presumably agenda, it was a face down card in archives, is back into the deck. And with only 18 cards left in R&D, there must be some agendas running around. I could imagine Augustus trying to close the game out once he draws a few more cards off of these crowdfundings.
When there's a Bladderwort and Rashida, our first Bladderwort or Bioethics doing a ping to Augustus, which is pretty good here, not being constantly ground out. Looks like Augustus really hoping to land either this Diversion or Siphon, but maybe still low on breaking options. Oh, misclick the ordering on the Rashida and the Bladderwort. Yeah, you don't
Oh,
want to fire the
of
Bladderwort first
course.
to do the damage.
Yep. No need to let the runner off the hook.
If only it was that easy. Be a fun runner card that sort of forced your corporation to take triggers in the wrong order.
I mean, to some extent, that's what interdiction does do.
Oh yeah.
I wish more cards were like interdiction. Interdiction is so interesting, and it forces the
Mm,
corp into really hard decisions about when they res and when they want to pre-res to play around interdiction.
mm.
And like compare that to rumor mill, which is very similar to interdiction in its effect. except it's broken and not interesting.
Just a hammer, just a sledgehammer ruining the game. Speaking
If
of turns, I'm
only.
surprised we haven't seen the same old thing being used to bring back the employee strike, which could help clear the board here, but maybe you still don't even have enough money to trash cards at the base cost. Getting out of tech trader, so that's gonna be a way to make a bunch of money.
With 3
Using
tech traders
Sledgehammer.
on the table, it's gonna
Just
be
Skyward on the
hard.
top of R&D.
Oh, yep, we're
Might
just
as well
gonna
go check
go
it.
take that.
And one more 3-pointer should seal the game for Augustus. With the second Ice in Archives, I do wonder if it's in there already.
Certainly possible, and it's also possible that there's a Regenesis on the table that Mezzi is hoping to use to score out. I don't know what Jinteki has a lot of very strong agendas, like Obokata and bacterial programming, but it's also possible that Mezzi is pushing for some other unique options, such as Vanity Project, to very quickly score out with Regenesis.
Okay, and very quickly we're seeing everything res. We're seeing a Keeling, a Bladderworts, and a Rashida, and the Bioethics. So that's going to be, what, 2 pings of damage?
Yep, and with Keeling ticking up, there is some possibility to try to get the kill on Augustus. But the money from 3 tech traders will help with trashing some of these high priority assets.
Yeah, I'm guessing next turn Augustus should be able to pop the no free lunch for money, and maybe even same old thing for the employee strike to just go trash the Keeling. Messi has gotten a bunch of money from the Turtlebacks, which has put them out of Bladewort range, so hopefully the next 2 assets are going to be a way for them to duck. Are these X-Playing Reaper function?
Sometimes we certainly haven't seen a Reaper function in this deck so far, and we've seen most of the deck, so maybe a 1x, but what's more likely is we're hoping to just grind down the runner. And that's certainly possible. With 5 face down cards in archives, Augustus would much rather just find the last 3-pointer and win the game than have to compete with 3 or 4 must trash assets, which 12 credits helps with, but isn't quite enough.
Yeah, so it looks like we are using the same old thing to bring back the employee strike, blinking everything. Oh, but we are getting a hostile infrastructure, so you're going to have to take 2 damage anyways to trash the scaling.
Only 1 damage from hostile
Oh, 1 damage.
infrastructure, but it's not once per turn, so we will be taking damage on all of these trashes. If the right assets are face down, it could kill Augustus here. We're looking for a second Bladderwort and a Bioethics to potentially kill.
Okay, so killing Bioethics Bladderworth, that does 2 damage, but the Stone Ship should keep Augustus alive here, drawing 3 cards at instant speed.
Keeling won't kill.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Augustus is hand on the trigger.
Oh, we're getting an enforced curfew to clear the employee strike and reduce the hand size even further by 1, so just speeding up a Keeling tick.
This is looking really rough for Augustus. Without a same old thing on the table and only 11 cards left in the stack, even if he's somehow able to get out of this, he won't have much health left to deal with the pings of damage. But on the other side of the table, Mezzi only has 5 cards left in R&D.
Yeah, does Augustus just have to try to run for singles now? But I guess with only the Begalter, they're not going to be able to break any in the runs.
It's really down to the wire here. Maybe checking archives, maybe getting a single on R&D. In theory, he's not dead if he just passes the turn and doesn't trash anything. But it wouldn't be surprising to see one of the server 24 or server 25 to be a Bioethics or a Bladderwort, which would give Mezzi the kill here.
Mhm. You should really have to start asking yourself where the agendas are hiding. They've all been buried in R&D. There's some in HQ. But if HQ is just cheap end the run ice, then it's gonna be a wasted run. Maybe you have to try to send the compilation somehow here.
All right, we're gonna get to see what ice Mezzi is playing. Is it the cheap and the run, which may give her the win, or is it some spiky ice, which Augustus can actually break?
Mhm. Looks like there's no res.
No res. This might be
Ooh.
game.
Debating whether to use the compilation, which will poison archives a little bit more, but this might be your best shot to have a little bit of multi-access. Oh, I guess this thing, is this going to accidentally draw with Geist?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Oh,
Compilation incorrectly triggers off of Geist on JNet right now.
oh, interesting. There's a bacterial programming. Oof.
And that's the
Wow.
game.
What a
Extremely
game.
close match. One turn off from winning in all likelihood for Mezzi.
Yeah, and like Augustus had such a perfect start with the employee strike bones and crowdfunding, and still Messi was able to put it down to the wire, able to really force some board state that this is probably Augustus's last turn before death.
Very well played from both sides. Mezzi being able to keep up the pressure on Augustus, forcing him to use his same old thing on an employee strike to avoid death that turn.
Mm-hmm.
What, despite the fact that Augustus had such a strong open, and Augustus being able to balance investing in future turns and surviving the current problems to eventually win on points.
Yeah, and just
Well
for the
played
strength
to
of this
both
acid
sides.
deck, yeah, really impressive. But by just constantly spamming and being wanting to be at low credits for bladder words, that the diversions and siphons in hand were just blank for most of the game, or for all of the game. Wow. Great finish.
Alrighty. Now let's see the other side of this matchup.
Great. Looks like
Oh,
Messi's
we're
on
getting to see
Haley
the
and Augustus is on
Haley.
Op.
I'm very excited about seeing this Haley.
Yeah, Haley, nothing's sort of broken like the other shapers, like Arsana with the instant speed tricks or the tutoring like Wu, just sort of generic value.
Haley used to be the go-to shaper.
Uh-huh.
She was the ID that was super late game, ultra control, lose to nothing. If you can survive the early game, you win. Was Haley, and Haley has been usurped in that for by World Tree Wu, who's able to run more tech options and get those tech options down more reliably and quickly. But the flip side is that now Wu costs 4 points, and that gives Haley the opportunity to run extremely strong econ cards like crowdfunding and hyperdriver, which
Mm.
Wu usually has a hard time affording. So it'll be interesting to see what direction Mezzi is taking this deck to make it feel like it's worth playing over Wu, and how she plans on controlling, especially the late game, which is usually where we see Haley thrive.
Yeah, we did get a turn one Haley trigger installing the Beth and crowdfunding in the same turn, in the same click. So that'll be a good amount of econ ticking for the next couple turns. But Augustus is off to a great start with the Rashida drawing him into lots of options to start pushing. Yeah, 'cause with this many cards, like you could be dying to mad so soon.
It's certainly threatening, and this is where we see some weakness from Haley. Unable to get kill tech quickly and reliably, and unable to get some of the early econ with Coalescence that Wu can. Hopefully, we get to buy a little bit of time with that employee strike and that Parisia.
Mhm.
Advanced assembly lines can't be triggered during a run. Augustus resing it just to make a little bit of money. Presumably, very sad that that's the server that Mezzi chose to run.
Hopefully Mezzi is hovering over the employee strike too. Maybe to play it before, yeah, Augustus is able to ob on the run. But deciding against it and just to chase it down with the extra click. Getting vanilla on HQ instead.
Getting a vanilla over Rashida is an interesting choice. Rashida would force Mezzi to spend that last click running instead of playing employee strike. No reses at the start of the turn. I'm curious what's going on here. I'm not sure. And vanilla is also a somewhat interesting choice. That's usually not one of the ice that Ob plays. Just because the zero cost slot for searches is so crowded with Spin Doctor and Rashida that you don't have room for ice oftentimes.
Maybe we didn't res any of it because we wanted to ob with those cards, so clearing the employee strike first. Just drawing up here.
Mezzi searching for some more options, maybe searching for a second employee strike to use.
Okay, but a blue moose and a crowdfunding should be more good trip econ. So if you can survive past the early game, it's gonna be really explosive for Ob.
At this point, with Beth, 2 crowdfundings, 3 crowdfundings, and Blue Moose, we're definitely going to have the money needed to trash these expensive assets like Jeeves. But the question is, are we going to be able to get to that point and get past this ice that Augustus is putting down before we get killed by some sort of combo?
But Trickshot SMC should let you get into anything in server. Oh, just going for server 4 instead.
We do see a high profile target on top of the deck, which is pretty telling about what Augustus's end goal here is. Probably also a mutually assured destruction combo like we saw from a 15-15 earlier.
Mhm. Interesting. Choosing to push one the face down ice with the Haley install. Not going for server 1 or 5.
That is a pretty bold called shot that server 1 is going to be a border control and that we need to get into there this turn, or at least get into there soon, over just installing the SMC to get another breaker. Is
Alright,
it
we'll
going
find
to
out now if
pay off?
the called shot was exact.
It
Oh, and
looks
there's another
good.
Jeeves.
That hush, that the lack of res there does suggest that it might have been a border control, and that's a really big deal to get that hushed and to get access to that Jeeves. With 2 Jeeves trashed.
I guess the shouting out that the 5 trash god seems fair, as Messi was just hovering over it, contemplating their choices and the difficulty of it all. And we're drawing up to pitch the crowdfundings, installing them from the heap. Oh, it looks like we have 3 tags on the mad. Might just be enough.
Is this all it? We let it float for 1 turn. We couldn't trash both Jeeves, and that was it. Brutal.
Oof. Wow.
Brutal games for Messi. Played well, but just wasn't able to close out either of them.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really explosive start that Ob threatens. That the Haley, I mean, it was building up to a really intimidating late game, right? 3 crowdfunding trips, 2 credits from Blue Moose, possibly 1 or some bit of value from Beth. But just, nope, you're dead before you can set all that up.
Congratulations to Augustus for the sweep this week.
Mm.
And well played to both players. If Mezzi was able to just have one more turn, get both of those Jeeves trashed, it would have been difficult for Augustus. If
Mhm.
you get all 3 Jeeves into the bin, that buys you a ton of time into Ob, and it really frees up your play.
Yeah, really well played games from both of them. I mean, Mezzi was sort of doing everything right, getting the SMCs with the Prisha, getting the drip, starting to contest, making that, we assume, exact border control, blind border control call with a hush. But still, just, hey, Ob, you're into 2Gs, what can you do? They didn't even tutor for them, right? They were just face down naturally on the table. Yeah.
That's right, yeah. Just had both in hand, was able to install both. Very threatening very quickly, asking the runner to cough up a massive 10 credits on trashes
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, wow, it was
to
turn 5. We got the flatline.
alrighty. And with that, we are halfway through our stream for today. We've had some very good games so far. So I'm very interesting to see these decks come down, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of them next week, especially the Haley and the Titan. I'm
Mhm.
hoping to see those decks succeed. And we will be handing it off for the last 2 matchups for this week, I believe.
Yeah, I think Fabio and CDRO are going to be doing commentary next, but this has been an absolute pleasure. Thanks, Ron.
And thank you for joining us. I was happy to commentate for a bit, and it's always a joy to play and talk about Eternal.
Yeah, thank you so much, both. Really, really great to have new voices in the league. We love getting people into cast. We love getting players into cast as well. And yeah, amazing commentary from both of you. Thank you so much for holding up the first half. You guys, or you folks, are now off. You are off the hook. You are free to go and chill and give your voices a rest and watch the rest of the stream. But thank you again so much for jumping in. Any shout outs from either of you before you, while you've still got a hot mic in your hand?
I would like to thank you and Wild Warlock for running this again. It's an immense amount of work, and it brings a lot of attention to Eternal. And I really love Eternal. I love getting the chance to play every week with extremely good players, and it wouldn't happen if it weren't for your organization and effort. And I really appreciate that. I appreciate the attention and the time. It means a lot to me, and it's a big thing for Eternal in general.
Yeah, I'll second that. Y'all are doing a phenomenal production. So much fun to watch every week. You made it really approachable for someone like me who doesn't know much about the Eternal card pool. Seeing the same decks week after week and new interactions really helps you familiarize with them and like root for the players every week. So yeah, fantastic stuff, fantastic idea, well executed. Kudos.
Thank you so much. Gosh, you're making me blush. Thank you both so much. Happy to have you back in. Anytime that you guys are, or you folks are ever wanting to cast some Eternal. But thank you for jumping in tonight, and I'll let you folks bow out. And with that, I will also bring in our next batch of casters. We will have familiar voices of the league, CD Rowe and Fabio, also known as Bazerton, joining us. I'm just going to pull them in to our caster booth. 1 second. We should be getting them in momentarily. We should have a Fabio. We should have a CD Rowe in the booth. Folks, can I hear you loud and clear?
Hello. How's everyone doing?
Hey,
Amazing to hear you both. Thank you so much. Have you been watching the games tonight? Any standouts? Anything that you've enjoyed watching? Talk to me about Eternal. Week 7. We're 7 weeks in. We're almost at the finish line.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see all of the innovation corp side. I'm really like when I saw all of the faction split and all of the different IDs. I'm really looking forward to seeing some games.
Yeah, I'm really hyped too.
Amazing. Well, I am
Yeah.
going to bounce. I'm going to hand everything over to you, fine folks, to carry the next half of the stream. I think coming up next, I believe we have Dungeon Mixer and Toron, who was just in the booth. So I'm going to bow out. I'm going to let you folks take care of that, and yeah, enjoy some Eternal.
All right. So, let's see. What do we have here?
Yo, we see
First
Heartbeat
game, and
Andromeda.
yeah, we already see some big spice coming in the form of Heartbeat. Um, and other than that, some pretty much what you would want out of an Andromeda hand. Just a bunch of gambles, some good currents. And yeah, what do you think of this hand? This looks like a pretty reg Andy, right?
Yeah, except for Heartbeat.
Except for the Heartbeat, of course.
Yeah, I think actually you mulligan this because it's kind of you have no pressure and you actually want to have some
Oh, we
unmarrons.
mulligan the hand with 1 million gambles and Heartbeat to look for something else. Interesting.
Yeah, this hand is much better, I think.
Yeah, we can set up a bunch of both drip and card draw with like gamble, daily cast, class act. Looks really solid.
Mhm.
What do you think of the start from Toron? It looks a bit weird, right? Two eyes credit out of Nebula.
I mean, yeah, no
No
operation. It's
operation, yeah.
yeah, Spin Doctor looks like Toron just can't find an operation to play. Oh, we
Oh,
saw
okay, there we
subliminal
go.
messaging.
Subliminal. Mm, the thing is that um, a lot of the NBN eyes tends to tag, right? So
Yeah,
if Toron scores an agenda, Dungeon Mixer gets two counters on Aaron, and then you can just like completely ignore like a Data Raven or some other thing like that, right?
yeah, and but I think you
Mm.
pretty much want to save some Aaron Maron counters just to be
To avoid the kill line. Yeah, I think you always want to like leave at least one Irma on counter for sure, because you can't
yeah,
get boomed if you only have one tag.
yeah, and like
Looks like we're just
breaking
drawing up
news.
normally.
Yeah,
Surprised
we
we
see
didn't drop the class act.
Paperclip Unity, some just cool breakers out there. And Stone Classic, just setting some card draw.
Oh, okay, there we go. Some crowdfundings are definitely gonna help, but it looks like I mean Toron could just keep fast advancing here if like we've seen no interaction.
Yeah,
I guess though,
sure.
like still fast advancing kind of gets you a bit like scarily low on credits, maybe. Yeah, you see Toron really respecting the cream pressure, double icing HQ.
Yeah. I mean, we
Hmm.
don't saw any transfer of wealth or uh, account siphons.
Oh,
And
pinhole. I guess we're pinholing the Crisium on HQ, right?
yeah,
Intake. What is
intake.
intake?
I don't
Hold up.
know
Stop.
what
Stop.
card is.
Pause. Enhance. When the runner accesses intake, strays forward, if successful, add an installed program. Oh, wow. Okay, so it's a trap.
Oh, it's actually cool. Include.
Oh, I guess this is also like used to be World Tree, like Combo Wu Tech, not World Tree. But
Maybe.
now with the points Combo Wu, thankfully,
Yeah,
not a
and
thing anymore. Still very, very spicy coming out of Toron. And
yeah,
now,
and
so we're
I
just gonna lose
mean,
Ramakua, right?
I think
That
yes.
sucks.
I mean, it it worked.
Yeah. I mean,
Damn.
I think Dungeon Mixter is going for a line where it's like, okay, they were gonna pinhole archives and then run it two more times, discard the
Mhm.
crowdfundings and get them back for free.
Yeah, it's
I
kind
mean,
of
I
cool
think
if
that
it worked.
that seems like the best line possible, yeah.
But you still don't.
I I guess you're also just good. Ooh, I wonder if you cop the subliminal. Yeah,
Yeah, just
interesting.
stop fast advance.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, cool line definitely. And you can also like happily discard the bones. I think you're probably not needing that.
Yeah.
Hmm. So it looks like this Andy is like on a Makua on top of real breakers because we saw the Bugalter, we saw the paperclip, and we have the Unity.
Yeah.
Um, I think like in and we're getting HHN. We do have some drip coming in, so it's not the end of the world, right?
Yeah. It's kind of fine.
Uh,
It's definitely
no.
fine.
Yeah, we can just.
Bravado, clear to text,
Yeah. Uh,
arm roll counter, and have a click to
we,
spell.
we we might get more tagged by this piece of ice realistically, but if it's like a
Yeah.
slot machine or something else, or
Archangel.
oh
Oh, break,
wow,
break shooter, Nebula, Toron looks good.
rig shooting nebula. You heard it here, folks. And
Oh my god, that's
and
a
yeah, we lose the Aaron. Oh, that
ooh,
is
it's
rough.
hard.
Well, actually, yeah, we can still just like clear all the tags,
Yeah,
discard the
discard.
other class act.
Yeah. No.
But I wonder if we should have used the Aaron counter before letting subs fire, maybe.
Yeah, it's probably right. Oh, we discard in wake and
We're
just.
discarding
Oh,
Wake over the other class act.
I
Interesting.
mean, you will not run HQ so much to ice and you have no breakers yet.
I mean,
It's
I guess.
definitely reasonable.
Ooh, RLC. Okay, we're seeing some spice. We're seeing some spice. I love how Tauron always manages to get like so deep in the Eternal card pool. Like every time I see a Tauron deck, they're always bringing in some crazy spice.
Yeah,
Ooh, and now we have the Siphon. Um,
but I don't know
what?
how you end it.
We are boomeranging into R&D just for a single? Ah, to deflip. Okay, fair enough. But aren't we super open to another HHN now?
Yeah, it's
That's kind
fine.
of scary.
Fine
That's a scary
Nebula,
place to be.
yeah, it's fine Nebula got pointed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what
Uh,
you do here.
I mean, you can just make the executive decision of like, there is no end run ice on HQ. I'm just gonna send that an account siphon.
I mean, uh, oh, Citadel Sanctuary
The
definitely
thing
work.
is like even if somehow you siphon Toron to zero, like planogram into boom is still like a possibility. Okay, I feel like we're kind of priced into doing this because we have like no other good option. Like if this siphon lands, we can like play class act,
And
maybe have
but
enough cards in hand to survive a boom. No, it's Surge over.
you go for this one if it lands.
uh, I feel
Oh,
like I
damn.
feel like the boomerang run last turn for the deflip was a bit ambitious.
Yeah.
Okay, and now we play classic, so at least we don't get boomed this turn. The thing is, we can just get boomed the next turn.
Oh, damn, Nebula. You got pointed, but still, such a pain.
I mean, next turn we can go credit boomerang siphon again. Never mind. Now there is a Crisium on HQ.
Or it's another trap, I mean.
Or maybe it's another. Maybe you just say, you know what? It's another trap. I don't believe your tricks, Toron. I feel it's gotta be credit boomerang siphon, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you just see the lines.
And if this is like double IP block, or if it's like a gold farmer, we're really sad. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
It's fun.
It's like we're in tag hell anyways.
I
Now we
mean,
just need this to not be a crazy.
it's kinda talkable.
It's a CVS. What is Toron
Yo,
playing?
Toron, what the hell?
Toron has so many fake Crisiums in his deck.
Oh, man.
Oh, that is so funny. Dungeon Mixer now at 8 tags. This is now just officially a boom waiting room.
Yeah, played
There,
some easy gameplay.
yeah, this is rough.
Definitely.
Yeah, it looks like a series of like small mistakes, maybe with like not using the Aeron counter before it gets bounced, and then like the overly ambitious run, I think, because like if that turn Nebula is flipped, even if they fast advance to something else, we're getting more Aeron Maron counters. I think it was a bit of a greedy run, going to zero, especially
Yeah,
after you
surely.
just got HHN. And
And
now, I guess, yeah, we will find out that the fact that when you have 8 tags, the corp can just trash Citadel Sanctuary before they boom you.
yeah,
I wonder if Thoron is gonna pay a credit to keep him tagged or not.
no, 8x
No,
is enough.
like it's like
No,
you have 7 more. It's like the 8
yeah,
tag is not relevant at all. Uh, it's always crazy how much like FFG gave Link to like completely the wrong runners. I feel like all of the good runners have Link for some reason, and okay, yeah, so it's credit, trash Citadel Sanctuary.
yeah. Oh, you
Oh,
see heartbeat.
oh,
Heartbeat.
the tech,
It
the
may
secret tech.
clutch. Maybe
Oh,
clutch.
okay, we're
So,
still alive somehow. 7 tags
yeah,
in, no way of getting in anywhere, but we're still alive.
yeah, we dying to what do you name it? A thing that adds two things to hand. We
Oh,
still,
self-growth program.
yeah. But I mean, we still alive.
Oh my god. And now, like, Aaron gets rid of 2 more tags? Maybe? We. Is there ever a world where we actually get out of this alive?
I don't know, honestly. My answer is no.
I mean, I'm surprised that we haven't run archives 3 times to get our. Okay, yes, to get our crowdfundings back.
Yeah. It's,
I feel
I
we
mean,
we really need some econ. We've been on zero for like 3 turns or something.
yeah. And we're still alive. To
Oh!
the limit. To the
Toron
limit.
not even popping the spin doctor.
Yeah, just showing. I have two villains. If you want it, just take it.
Yeah. See you when you have 10 credits, yes.
Damn.
All right. Okay, this time. Wait, we took the daily cast? I would have taken the other Aaron, because I feel like the Aarons are like the only way we're ever clearing all of these things.
Yeah. Yeah. And
It's like when are we playing this daily cast? Like in how many turns are we playing this daily cast?
Only when we clear our decks. I
Oh,
mean,
scarcity is
um,
this has been like the grindiest game I've ever seen. This is turn 12 and
yeah,
people have been
actually,
just clicking for credits.
I mean, right now you just run R&D. What can go wrong? What can go even worse than this?
iPhone? Uh, how?
Siphon.
What is the math on? What? We didn't take this iPhone? What is the math on paperclip versus IP block again?
Paperclip. Just the credits. Three. Three.
3 credits. Yeah, it means we need 7 credits. I mean, but if we didn't install the boomerang, next turn we have 7 credits. Like next turn we could have landed a siphon, which would have been huge, right?
Yeah, but two decks.
Ah, yeah, 2 more. I mean, like, are we really clearing the tags ever this game?
I mean, what we doing? Like not if it's clear
Oh, medium?
medium. It's
No,
fair.
don't bravado. Don't do it. Don't do.
Mm,
Oh, this is so ballsy.
Just saying, what can go wrong? And
I feel
actually,
like a
what
lot of
can
things
go
can go wrong, but actually, maybe not. Like all of the eyes is like, okay, yeah, like this slot
slot
machine doesn't
machine?
do anything, right?
Yeah, slot machine do nothing.
Like we have
Only,
been at 0 credits for the longest time.
yeah. I mean, it
Oh,
gives
and actually, we're saying like next turn we're gonna actually have money after the bravado run and everything, so
yeah.
we can force. Oh no.
Hardly news.
Okay, well at least we have a little bit of money.
Yeah, just
I guess Sauron will have to boom us twice if we're the runner.
uh,
That's the thinking.
yeah, because you have a heartbeat that actually saves you.
Yeah, this heartbeat has been like so heavy working. Oh, we're
Yeah,
just astro training out. Holy crap! Next turn can be game.
yeah. It's just that simple.
Okay, we're crowdfunding. Okay, we can clean getaway archives now. Force the what?
Milana shuffles. Amakua with CVS on the table. I don't know.
Yeah,
And
I don't know. Like we
with
could have boomeranged the archangel. We're just okay. We're just saying okay. You don't have it. I'm just gonna get my crowdfundings back. But
yeah,
there is a CVS on the table, so and I don't know. Like this line, I feel like Thorn is kind of saying is like okay. I just need the. I have the last Astro in hand. This is GG, right?
yeah. You need just to draw it.
Oh
Self-growth
no, self-growth! Wait,
but
but
not boom.
self-growth click for credits. What?
And um, just saying,
I mean,
I don't
like,
know.
wait, but that doesn't make any sense. Like,
Yeah,
if they kept the self-growth for the turn, you can just self-growth boom them, right?
yeah, yeah.
I'm really curious why they did that. Unless they have a second self-growth?
Okay, I need to read self-growth program.
Oh, okay, we're going HQ.
Yeah,
We're breaking
self-growth
that with
program is
boomerang. Uh, we're we're letting that fire. We have 1 quadrillion tags.
yeah, just fine. We die
S-
anyways.
Are we sweeping with cup?
Yeah, surely.
Okay.
Belona. Touch-ups.
Oh,
Belona.
2 Bellonas in hand.
How cute.
Oh my god. Uh, okay, so but the key thing is that if we can get. Oh, it's GG. Did we
Just
just
about.
miss it? I wonder if we
Yeah.
missed it in HQ. Uh, I,
Oh,
I I mean, I don't think we missed it HQ because like Toron had the ability of doing this exact same thing last turn, so I think he top decked it this turn.
yeah. No, I mean,
Because Toron
chance
last turn
of
had
Toron.
Toron last turn had 2 credits, and you can install Advance, and the Astro counter is free, so you can win from 2 credits.
Yeah, I think, yeah, you have, yeah, yeah. Auto Scream just was a top deck.
Damn. Okay. Well, this was a really good game. I feel like, um, in general, also I also do this when I come back from to Eternal from playing other kinds of Netrunner. Is just disrespecting HHN. Is you can't afford to do that in a lot of matchups.
Yeah,
Because yeah, you will end up in this kind of grind fest where you're never clearing all of the tags.
yeah, just
Uh,
train over small mistakes can lose you the game.
yeah, like really get you in the economy hole. Still, we saw a lot of very spicy stuff from Toron, like with the trap upgrade, the bounces
Yeah,
program,
that
and
was
uh, and also the heartbeat. The heartbeat pretty much completely stopped Toron from like the plan A of the deck, which is just killing the runner.
yeah, Heartbeat is kinda cool.
All right, I guess we can jump off to the other side.
Mhm.
And yeah, I haven't seen anything, but again, it's this is Toron. I feel like every week Toron still manages to make some cuts or some changes. Like every week, the deck size of this Cabonesa Wu is different. But this is 126 cards
We actually
versus
getting
I don't wait 131 cards versus sports metal, which I think has been getting more and more popular. This kind of fake points, super hard, fast advancing game, right?
yeah, it's kinda really oft I start to see it really often. Some
Yeah,
sports metal with Nightmare Archives, Ontological, and all the sports metal bullshit that you wait to see.
yes, I can't wait to see like a double game changer 15 click turn or something
Yeah,
with Arella
Aurelius,
Salvatore on a Jupstad. Yeah.
yeah, this calibration testing. Yeah,
Yeah. So some of those cards were certainly like have interesting text, let's just say. So Dungeon Mixer Icing HQ. I feel like with Carbonessa, there's like it's always interesting because I feel like sometimes it's either like you ice everything, or you almost don't bother icing.
yeah, ice doesn't matter if you ice one central because Kubernetes don't have like count siphon basically. Uh,
Yeah,
and I don't know,
this
maybe
looks like a pretty crazy hand. Like even if I wasn't playing World 3, like illuminating in like a Telework and a Blue Moose and like a Laguna Velasco, this is kind of crazy, no? Like I would be down if I was playing Reg Shaper for this hand. But it looks like we're just going for oh
Scheherazade line. Yeah, I saw turn do it.
okay, so yeah, we're doing the normal setup. Yes. Oh shit. Okay. That's gas. So we're not getting the
Mm,
blue moose or the telework, but we're getting the
no,
rest of the
getting
stuff.
teleport because it's one cheaper.
Yeah, but do we have a no, we don't have a window to install. Yeah, we're 1 credit off of the blue moose, sadly. But
I mean, 2 installs is good enough.
yeah, this is a pretty good
Yeah,
turn. And next turn we're threatening like grabbing what like one more coalescence. We can click the telework. Oh, but we left the Still Moon on the table, so this turn is gonna
Oh,
go kind of crazy.
and actually
Uh-oh.
letting Jackson go hurts too. What's going on actually? Just saying, Toron, you don't have money to trash
All of this stuff.
yeah,
Okay, now we're like wooing for. Are we double treeing? Ah, okay, we're just breaking the call for the second tree, I guess.
yeah.
What if this is a bunch of? I don't know what this could be. I'm really
I mean,
curious.
you think that
We are getting Parisha. We're saying, okay, fuck it, we're gonna trash everything. Oh,
yeah,
and this is already the Arella server. Oh, Hyperloop. Okay, 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 okay.
mm, gives you a lot of time though, and cheap stuff
And
too.
and here we see the weakness of Parisha compared to like Azimat, because we just trashed a bunch of really expensive upgrades.
You go play Azimat in
Like
your World Tribute decks.
it's always crazy seeing like FFG balancing is like, why is Arella Salvatore 5 to trash? It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, kinda crazy.
Hmm. I'm surprised we didn't go for the double tree last turn because I feel like the double tree is like a really classic way where you can just like say, okay, well, I'm making so much value that I don't care about your stuff. Okay, let's see if
Yeah,
we go
right
for the
now
double tree.
I think we going for double tree, as you say, just deliver contract. You have
Oh yeah,
three.
like next turn, yeah, we you can transform telework contract into the good contract, which is Temujin contract.
Oh, I don't know if you have points, turtle points, because
Oh yeah,
Cabanessa
because
now is four.
Cabonessa keeps getting points, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, tutor for a click and one cheaper. It's kinda crazy.
Yeah, it's a pretty good ability, turns out. Oh,
Yeah,
and Toron keeps guessing the wrong server. There was an Estelle Moon on the table, but he ran another Jupstad.
yeah.
And now Toron is out of coalescence, right? Yes.
You just
So,
need to find your way.
I
You
mean,
want
you
to.
can just clone chip a coalescence here if you really want to, right?
Oh, you actually right. Yeah. But you have telework installed and don't have
Okay. Ah, okay, no,
oh,
we're getting rid of the clone chip for Lilipad. Ah, okay, we want to. Wait, I wonder what kind of rig is Torn setting up? We have so much free MU, and we still went for Lilipad.
I mean it's card draw.
I guess, yeah.
Oh, you um,
Uh,
Tron do
okay.
some things on world on Cabanessa that we will never understand.
Yes, I don't feel fully qualified to comment on Toron plays. I'm sure like they have a much more solid plan than whatever we can figure out from the boot. But this
Yeah,
Parisha has not been working out, right? Like I don't think they have used the recurring two credits at all.
yeah, surely it's I think it kind of becomes next target for roll tree.
Yeah, like I'm surprised that like the deck deer is empty. Uh I'm really surprised that Toro went for the super early Parisha instead of the double tree to just exponentially pick up stuff faster. I guess
I don't know.
misdirection will be the next thing that we go and sell.
I mean,
Okay, we found the Rozeki, which is
the
this is
problem.
drip.
I tried to play some World Tree Wool decks, and double tree problem is you don't have enough gas to do anything. And
Mm.
okay, I mean, I may have not qualified as you said, but
What resource would you get here? I see like bet. Bet is always good. Okay, yeah, we're just
Yeah,
going for
that
bet.
is good.
Like bet
I
right now
like
is an extra click because Dungeon Mixer is at 21. Oh,
yeah,
nice. And the Parisha finally paying
finally
out,
you found it.
thrashing two Rashidas.
Yeah, and I don't know why you find your inter misdirection. Uh,
Yeah, that was interesting. Like in the end, the misdirection, I guess in around like it still was like almost like a professional contract. Like that misdirection was a click for a credit and a card. So it wasn't too bad at the end, even if we didn't do anything with the misdirection. Because I guess
okay,
yes, with Lilipad and Sherazad, just like you can press Carbonessa Wu, install one random piece of garbage, and you have, one click, like one credit and one card, which is not bad.
yeah, that's actually reasonable.
It's like we have professional contracts at home.
Yeah,
Wait, we have more misdirections in the deck, so maybe that's actually like part of the plan. Okay, installing Ghost Runner. And this is actually kind of cute because this is like, oh, like half of an overclock. Oh, wow, Fairchild Tree. Okay. So guess we're gonna use two from the Ghost Runner and a bunch
yeah.
from our credit pool, and we're gonna eat the Ghost Runner into something nicer.
No, thank you. Oh yeah, yeah. Mayfly is just kind
I
of.
guess yeah, we're just letting Mayfly go.
Oh, it's
Mm.
trash itself, so it not getting early
Oh
shit.
yeah, of course. That's really nice.
Not that you really think about it because you can just put three
I
copies
guess
of Mayfly in deck. Yeah.
yeah, surely we have three copies of Mayfly. I guess you just grab daily casts here? Or are you already looking for like anti-combo tech? Do you
I
see
don't know.
any anti-fast advance tech here?
Um, not actually. It's yeah, daily cast as you said. Oh, stealing all three mega bricks really helps.
Yeah,
Not
that is really big. But I
be
feel
in.
like we are we are getting very close. Like this turn could like if this turn finishes with like a stock buyback, like next turn Dungeon Mixer can just be like I mean this could already be the go turn for all we know, right?
Yeah, it's 5 cards in the runner scorer area. Is
That's
great.
already enough to combo out some stuff with like fast break and game changer.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, um,
Yeah, a stock buyback for 15 credits. I feel like next turn is gonna be rough. Unless Toron can get some really hard anti-combo. I mean, surely, I didn't see it, but like, surely. Ah, no, never mind. I was like, surely this deck plays Clot, but like sports on the combo turn, they can just pay 3 clicks to purge, and they don't
yeah,
care.
yeah. Oh, Piquet himself might
Oh,
find
we naturally draw the overclock. We are so good at this game. In our 100 card deck. Oh, Meridian.
Meridian and nice at you.
Do we get the -1 point? Do we just bounce? I wonder what Toron is getting with this self-modifying code. This could just be a pretty good discount on a 3, but I think it's too late for the second 3 anyways.
Yeah, and
I'm really curious why like we went for so much extra MU with the deck tier and the leprechaun. I'm
yeah,
really curious about
just
what
don't do anything. Adding Meridian to score area.
it's really bad on the combo turn. Yeah, George just saying, okay, we give up, we give you some fake points, and we don't even use the
Oh, conduit.
for one. Ah, we don't use the.
I'm
Oh, we're
just
just going for conduit. Okay.
yeah, whenever. I don't care what cards do. Just run already 4 times.
I mean, we are on 4 points. That's fair.
Yeah,
I
it
think
makes
also like if you steal somehow like a critical amount of ontologicals, oh,
ontological. You just need 1 point. Just
and we still have two clicks.
Project
Oh,
Vacheron.
Vacheron.
Okay.
Oh, we're still on 6. Oh, Nightmare Archives. Ah, you have to
And
take the core here, surely, right?
surely go.
Oh, okay, last run.
Please. Please.
This is so close. Stock buyback, Estelle Moon. Last card.
Domestic
Oh
slip.
no, it's a 0 pointer. No.
Oh man.
Oh, Toron being punished by the RNG gods.
Doran just losing in a slot machine.
And I mean, it's fair to assume that now Dungeon Mixer has everything they need to just combo all the way to 7 points.
Yeah, I mean,
Like one game
oh,
changer here gives you so many clicks.
yeah, it's kind of crazy. Game changer. Let's go. Yeah, CRL Solitaire
Yeah.
on a remote and some long.
Oh,
Oh, Torun has some tech in archives that we
okay.
don't see.
Okay.
Okay,
Toron still has a plan.
something is going on.
Yeah, okay, so we have cloth, but I think one cloth, like we would need like four cloths here or something.
Yeah, game changer.
Yeah, we
Yoo-hoo.
have 12 clicks. I don't think cloth is gonna be enough.
Yeah, 4 turns in one. Doesn't it like reminds you on
Ah, we even
some
installed the CVS. We don't even spend the
yeah,
3 clicks.
less of that. Dungeon Mixer just saying in chat. With not in chat in game chat.
Yeah.
We don't need any of this club. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure we're about to see the Jupstad and something really explosive coming up.
Angelica. Yo, no joke. Dungeon Mixer can kill Toron.
Yes, I think Toron is gonna flatline before Dungeon Mixer wins.
Yeah, well, another game changer.
Second game changer.
Yeah, Dungeon Mixer just wants to say that game is changed from the direction.
Bruh.
Second game changer.
Just to really send a message, yes.
Scourge a bunch of 2-1s.
And just all of the bifurcations.
Yeah, and just give him Toron.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like Toron
The
maybe
third game changer, if we
just needed
want.
to either set up faster with some sort of double tree setup or needed to get like harder tech. But I don't know what kind of really hard tech you can get for this kind of matchup.
I mean, film critic. If we had a film critic, just that
Ah, yeah,
every
like
person.
never steal agendas, you mean? Yeah.
No, but it's kind of hard when every
Ah, yeah, like
access
film
is a
critic can
film.
only host one agenda. Yeah, that's true.
But I mean,
Uh,
it's get rid of some annoying domestic sleepers.
Yeah, like I got oh, wait, we're already getting into next game. I guess like one thing that I saw, I remember some Eternal players were doing with Cabonessa, or even in Standard, I think from way back, was having an imp and just imping all of the agendas and never stealing them.
Yeah, I mean, but imp is once per turn.
Yeah, you just run once per turn, and like you
Okay,
trash
that's
one agenda
crazy.
per turn. But I guess at that point, yeah, they start like threatening a more like normal score out or something. Really interesting matchup. And now we will see like an even more interesting matchup. Mm,
Yeah,
this PE, we saw it being really mean like the last couple of weeks.
yeah, like
I think we saw like a
uh,
turn two lethal or some turn two flatline or something like that.
yeah, it was. I think on my team. Oh my god. Oh
Something like touch ups on a sting or something like that.
yeah, this B deck is nasty as hell. And
And
boom.
now we will see how Jai pilots. Well, Andy at least being insulated a little bit during the first turns with all of the extra cards that we're getting
Mhm.
because
And
this hand seems very gas. Like this
yeah,
seems like a yeah, like a really good keep by Jai.
okay.
Like we have
I mean,
Employee Strike is really good into this matchup. Like I guess like
yeah, only
if they
thing
are
that
gonna
you
table
want here,
agendas. Mm.
only thing that you want here is like illumination.
Oh yes, always. But
Try point out.
Jai,
No,
uh,
that
just
I
telling us how
enjoy this
just
game.
telling us how much he missed playing against the Shell game.
Yeah,
Now, what do you think? I think it's like install Desperado, run all three servers. Wait, no
yeah,
way. Jai just
exactly.
sending the account Siphon, no respect. Oh
Yeah.
no.
Oh, okay. It was actually the same one scenario from my game with Marvel.
And
Actual same scenario.
we lose Dirty Laundry. Um,
Yeah.
do you ever just go and trash the hostile infrastructure now to get rid of it, or do you check the rest of the board in case there's like a Rashida or something?
I don't know. I think you dirty laundry some of the servers and then maybe trash hostile infrastructure.
I think
But
like if we're running the rest, like you might as well just trust the hostile right away, like just save yourself some damage.
not that you have credits.
I mean, you can, yeah, yeah, you literally can only run one thing. Yeah, this is a tough one. Checking server 3. I wonder, I guess we're just looking for Rashidas. Because right now, like,
Mm,
we really just don't want to keep the corp down in the money race.
yeah, Torch, I probably just thinking that he wants to
Okay,
have
Jai accepting his fate and yeah, trashing the hostile. God, I forgot hostile costs 5 to trash. What the hell?
yeah, five to
I
trash, and she loved this number.
I thought it was 4. God damn, who made this? Jai clicking for credits. Clicking for credits with Desperado? Like when you have Desperado is weird, right? We
I
can just
mean,
check the board.
against PE, it's kind of reasonable.
Okay, okay, so yes, click for a credit employee strike and then check the board so that we
Yeah.
avoid pinging ourselves even further. Oh, we see a fat. We hate
Oh,
that.
I hate this deck. I hate this deck.
Um, Yes, Knight from
It's so
Chess coming in
cool.
with oh my
Oh,
god,
oh, oh,
this is
oh,
just so much misery coming in.
oh, yeah.
But as long as we hold on to this Desperado, we can be good. Like
Yeah.
this Desperado really will put a lot of weight. I think Knight from Chess doesn't have a lot of ice. Okay, and we rest the thought. So now we can just run the thought and run the other servers, assuming that they are agendas.
I think, yeah, I don't know. Try clicking for credit in the
Try
forward.
clicking for credits and going after
Oh,
the bladder, saying you can't score those even if they are agendas.
yeah,
Okay,
because
okay,
clicking
okay.
credit. Okay.
It's always scary finishing with cohort.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess
some.
this is like a less predictable version of IG. Like, I feel like we're kind of using a lot of the same IG cards, except we don't have the tax of, this is impossible to trash. It's
I
like this is
mean,
just really scary to touch anything.
we got a 2 points discount.
Oh
It's
yeah, of
kind of
course, because
easy.
IG is heavily pointed. If
Oh,
you're Jai now, are you going after the new servers or are you going after the cohorts?
I mean, you should trash cohort. I think
Well,
surely.
okay. Well, we find a bladder, and now, okay, now that we are on one credit, we can just go and trash the cohort. This
Yeah.
Desperado has just been working overtime, just
Your
keeping Jai
desperado,
afloat.
I love you.
Yes. Museum
See,
of History. Oh no.
I mean, you knew that this deck is 54 cards, and I mean, you're doing that only if you have Museum of History in the deck. And
Yeah, I didn't realize that it was a
um,
54 card deck.
I mean, Museum of History is kind of just retraining IG to Museum of History plus BE ability. And I don't know, is it worth it or not? What do you think?
Mm. Uh, I mean, if I am Jai, oh, yeah, we haven't seen what server 2 is actually. Yeah, we're kind of like slowly mapping out the entire landscape of servers.
Yeah,
Like, I am kind of tempted of just sending it centrals. Like, this is a deck with a lot of agendas, surely, right?
yeah.
And if we can just keep stealing them under employee strike, we are really happy. Oh,
I
never
think
mind.
you just install Medium and run 4 times a turn on R&D.
Ah, yeah, Jai realizing that he doesn't know what server 2 is. So still kind of debating server 2 versus HQ. Server 2, HQ, R&D. And yeah, like if the board doesn't evolve much, next turn we can just medium and really start seeing some cards. Oh, well, server 2 looks like it's an agenda.
Mm.
Oh, it's a sting. That's painful.
Oh, we don't lose Medium. It's kind of fun.
Okay, we didn't lose medium. Really good. Knight from Chess being on 0 credits, also really good.
Hmm.
Museum keeps shuffling in bladder words though. Oh
I,
no. I mean, surely you
yeah,
have to trash the fat right away now.
yeah,
Surely.
sure.
The thing is like we would die for like some sort of drip draw or something like that.
I mean,
Uh,
we have class act in hand.
yeah, it's like we're never getting to 4 credits though, because
No,
the board is just so full of like must trash.
this is
Wait,
class.
Jai thinking about it maybe. saying it's like,
Oh,
I don't care, you're on 0 credits, I'm not gonna run all of your traps. Oh wow. Just clicking for more credits?
yeah. Why not? I mean,
I
zero
guess it's like,
credits.
yeah, like
You
if I touch centrals, it can only go bad for me. Like there's the centrals are full of scary shit. Oh, Aaron is such a good way of interacting.
oh,
And
Aaron with medium, we just good.
oh, and
I
Rashida,
mean,
Rashida is the worst outcome though. Had to be
yeah.
somewhere, yeah. Rashida's really rough because now Knight can start scoring out with the fat, and if this is like a House of Knives or something, it get well, more important. Oh, okay, Knight from Chess not scoring importantly. Okay, this was such a key turn because like the second the Knight from Chess starts scoring, we lose Employ Strike, which is really really big.
Yeah, we need to do with this fat right now.
Ooh, we found the bones.
Bones is good.
We can just bones, run like museum or whatever,
I think you
install Aaron.
miss bones Jesus while to expose 09 knives.
Okay,
I don't know.
yeah. And then run something else. But you
Oh,
can't
but
miss
you
bones.
don't.
And
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I mean, yeah, you
But
can just as
you,
wild to gain a credit and expose and make a run.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
but
Jai just taking his time to think about the lines.
yeah, this is a complicated board state.
Sure.
What do you think if you're knight from chess? What is the card that you're installing this turn? I keep thinking, okay, so this is the turn that we're pushing like a House of Knives, or this is the turn that we're pushing a Sting or something.
I mean, you install anything that goes in your hand,
Oh, it's
just,
Anemone, so it's not an end the run.
yeah, but
It's like, can you even afford to run Anemone? No.
yeah, 3 damage is
I mean,
um,
yeah, just like run whatever just to make another credit off of the Desperado. And
yeah,
I think I would install the Aaron Maron. Ah, okay, Gamble Class Act is not bad.
gamble, gamble early is
Gamble
completely,
Aaron. Okay.
yeah, and just, oh, let's
Uh-oh.
see, bioaesthetics,
Bioethics Autos Association. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, and it snipes the bones. Shit.
then,
Credits, new remote, and forced curfew. That's really ugly.
yeah,
I mean, we
or,
still have we still have the no wait no the medium is gonna kill us now with the FUT.
yeah, I mean, everything would kill us without employee strike.
uh
Uh,
oh what do you do in this scenario? You play another class act. You run
yeah,
the
class,
bioethics.
yeah, bioethics, just click for two,
Click for two
try,
credits.
yeah, I mean,
I mean, draw more cards is not bad as well.
yeah, it's, but I mean, you anyway need money.
Yeah, but it's like we are a criminal. We will find some. Oh, we're on double medium. Okay. But this just makes
Mm.
it even more likely that they just get sniped out of. Ooh, we find the daily cast. Uh, political operative.
Oh, political operative, but with Iceland Kingdom. Damn,
Yeah,
it's a hard board state, surely, for Rec Cream.
and also it's like I'm thinking, oh wait, if we can like find a boomerang and a siphon, but it's like there's so many assets on the board, there's no way anything is sticking. Oh, and Jai saying, okay, I'm gonna go for it.
I mean,
Okay.
7 cards in
It's like
hand.
we have 7 cards in hand. This is the moment.
Museum of History.
Ah, are we running back? Or are we running the fat? This could be a turn to run the fat. Like we have 7 cards, we can tank the anemone. Oh wait, we have
Yeah,
1 credit. Ah shit.
the
Ah, so we're gonna discard a bunch of cards. Ah, that's really sad.
yeah,
But at least we have the medium down, I guess.
yeah. But now my
Discarding
function
the
just can ice up R&D.
another Rashida. Oh no.
Oh,
And Museum is just keeping this going. There's still 31 cards in R&D.
yeah,
This
kind of.
is oh. Oh, this is a sting for so much damage. Oh,
Yeah,
this is a flat line?
yeah. I mean,
Holy
fat plus PE
Pots
plus
plus
Sting.
2 from Sting. Holy wow. Wait. Let me just see that endgame board state again. No, wait. I put the way wrong game. Yes. Holy God. That is so.
Yeah,
Yeah, because the enforced curfew means you only have 4 hand size, and Sting does 2, and wait. Like Sting does 2, Fat does 3, and P does another one. This was 6 damage.
yeah.
What the hell? This was.
PE.
I even forgot about the P damage.
Yo, this deck is
Thi-
something else.
Oh my gosh. This was so stressful. Like we saw Jai just holding on for dear life with the Desperado.
Yeah,
And yeah, interesting that we chose to go for the medium and yeah, it didn't pay off in the end. I guess we the alternative was like to keep playing like table police. With the turn that we have 7 cards, if we hit something, at least we don't super die. And I think the big
mm,
difference was the Aromaron counters. Like we never got any Aromaron counters. We just died
yeah.
before that.
I mean, run fat on a turn when you have 7 cards is reasonable. When you
Yeah,
know that this is an enemy.
but yeah, really tight game. I wouldn't fault anyone that, for any decision. These kinds of
Yeah.
like Jinteki shell games get like so psychological, so hard. But yeah, let's jump into the last game, which is the other side. So this is Knight for
Yeah.
chess on
And
some kind
we
of
see we see first wizard in the tournament against as a
oh,
group.
I mean, yeah, this has gotta be good for the wizard you expect.
Yeah,
And
and we see
this hand just seems gas. Like sign me up for all of this.
surely.
It like this hand you can like blue moose, install 0, hit it 0, hopefully banker survives, and then you play the banker.
I mean, you can play Banker. Oh no, you can't. Yeah,
I mean like cause I want to start getting blue moose value right away. But
yeah.
go and yeah, like Asa group against Bankar, like I feel like Bankar was one of the things that was really keeping Asa group down before rotation in standard at least. Oh, oh no, we lose the blue moose. Unlucky. Okay, well, still really good setup. Next turn we can like moshing away 2 bin breakers feels so nice.
Yeah, but what's your opinion next? Like, Ampli Strike is. I mean, Ampli Strike is reasonable because Ace Group is not that big of a value. on an 18
Yeah,
hours.
it's like you can let them have the idea. I think out of everything, like Employee Strike is really there for like the CIs and the OBS and all of that stuff.
I mean, Employee Strike is good current in
Oh wow,
just
that is a
current.
lot of clicks, Jai. That is Jeeves, wage workers.
I mean, that's what you expect from as a group in internal. Just
Yeah.
clicks, clicks, clicks.
And
You
now
see
a bunch of
video,
money as well. Jai
yeah,
thinking about this. It's like maybe they want more cards.
yeah, because I think as a group, you just want to be faster than Wizard can get their clan vengeances on the table
Mm-hmm.
because it's kind of hard to play.
Yeah, I guess like now, if you're playing, I guess like the Bankar and the Zero are really signaling like CV, right?
Yeah,
Okay, and we
it's
hit
true.
Blue Moose, and we are running
And
to get rid of wage workers,
yeah,
which will come down very cheaply thanks to Wizard.
yeah,
Nice. Jai choosing not to res, and we get down Rezeki. So I feel like yes, this is just Wizard is 3 Rezekis, then we have Rezeki, then we have Blue Moose. We are already dripping like 6 credits per turn.
yeah. This
This is
Wizard
gonna go
pick,
well.
I think we saw it. Matt from Chess played it on off Meta Mountain Journal. I think
Hmm.
it looks like really similar because no points affected on this list because point on zero just go to CV.
Yeah. They
And you
just got
see
shuffled around.
Estelle Moon just starts to get some value.
Yeah, so I imagine it's like doesn't matter what, like we need to charge this Estelle Moon remote. Like if this Estelle Moon stays for next turn, Jai is installing 1 million cards.
Yeah,
And another fully
another thing,
operation.
yeah,
It's gonna be so
Jai
much money.
Jai drawing is really good. Jai draws really good because I played on as a group a lot, and your biggest problem, not that it problem of all decks in common. It's like just if you draw bad on as a group, your game is like really bad.
Oh, do we play the price? Oh, and we get rewarded. Pricing into I've had worse Steel Skin Employee Strike and Raseki.
Yeah, and still no clan vengeance.
Yes, that's true. We're seeing a lot of cards. Oh,
Naked Vitruvius Project,
Naked Vitruvius.
just
Jai,
getting
Jai
this.
probably trying to bamboozle Knight from chess, just saying, I was like, okay, you're gonna run this Talmoon, you're not running anything else. It's like, oh, okay.
Tributary.
Tributary? It's like we're just really maxing out these servers.
Yo, and we keep Nirizek in hand. That's kind of cool.
Nice. I mean, I don't know how much more drip we're gonna need, but I mean, like, I guess when you have bin breakers, if you have infinite money, you win the game.
Yeah, just get money.
Yeah, like next turn is like click one, install Rozeki, click two, hit 0 to destroy your strike fund, draw 2 cards, make even more money. Looks
Yeah,
pretty good.
and just try to find your clan vengeance, cause it's kinda rough when your most points that you spent is remain in your stack.
Yes, 100%. But I feel like we have still one moshing, we have more steel skins, I've had worse. We're bound to see them sooner than later.
Yeah,
Jai probably thinking about some very complicated HB combo lines.
yeah. I mean, that's what you think to see from an AC group playstyle. Just
Yeah.
a lot of clicks, a lot of decisions, and Estelle definitely helping with that.
I would say that these are some interesting corpse end runners. It's like what do you think like Aza Group is particularly good at like in Eternal? Do you think it preys like on the criminals or maybe on like the deep dive decks? Like what do you think are like the strengths and weaknesses of these kinds of Aza deck versus I don't know what people consider like I don't know like a reg HB deck in Eternal like CI or something like that?
I mean, Ace group is just, I think it beats anything that not fast enough to trash everything that Ace group puts on the table. Because all you need to do is just have chiefs, wage workers, and some safe remote to just start to score some agendas. And Wizard is definitely not the matchup that he wants to see. Oh, with
Oh,
winning
we just
Gambit.
ripped that zero and oh
Oh,
okay never punished.
yo, we have. I had force and steel skin in hand. Okay,
Never
knight from
never
chess. If knight from chess hits like steel skin and I
I
had
had
force, he
worse.
should should go to the shop and buy some lottery ticket.
Yeah, like this Rozeki has already dodged some damage.
Yeah,
Let's see if it can keep fading it. Now, Jai has been drawing a fair chunk of their deck. It's fair to assume that there's like a couple agendas in hand or on the table, right?
yeah. I mean, if you follow divided by 5 rule, there should be some agendas.
All right, and this is it. We can draw 1,000 cards here if we are just good with the subroutines. Oh, Fairchild 3. Okay, we're taking 3 damage. We're just letting it hit us. Oh, we lost the. Okay, yes, we are good.
Oh,
We are very good at this game. And next turn, I feel like things are gonna start getting really rough for Jai as we get the Clan Vengeances out.
yeah, surely.
This ELP though, like considerably slowing down the game for Knight from Chess. Like spending an extra click, we are really not happy about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've had worse different from Steel Skin. It doesn't ask you to draw the cards. You just draw the cards.
yeah,
It's not a May ability. It's like, okay, you have to draw 3 cards.
yeah. And like, it's so clumsy when you when you see it, when you, oh my god, when you um, see I had wars against Steelskin, it's so much clumsier because I had wars is just on net damage or min damage and it
Mhm.
not May and like eh,
Yeah,
I
sometimes
want
you can end up like terribly overdrawing if you like if you're like bank harring and you hit a high fed worst and your high fed worst draws another high fed worst and you hit the second one, it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna discard 10,000 cards at the end of the round.
Yeah.
Alright, so Jai just doing more like normal installing of stuff. This apart from the ice on the board being really broken, this could be almost a standard deck for the moment. We've just seen. Okay, so never mind.
The fun begins. Some
Friends, we're friendsing for wage workers, and
um,
I mean, like, this is a lot of stuff in the Spin Doctor, but it did a lot of stuff. But Knight from Chess is dripping 6 credits every turn. It's like, I
yeah,
don't know if this is an economic battle that Jai is going to win.
yeah, surely. Like, and with two clan vengeances in hand, that Knight from Chess just can start to.
Like, if I'm Knight from Chess, I think I don't even care about my clan vengeances. Like, I can just like run the board right now. It's like I just get rid of
Yeah,
everything. You have 4 credits. I don't care.
I mean,
We're
yeah,
even breaking tributary with Black Orchestra. This is how rich we are. It's like we
I
don't
mean,
care.
this is one of the ISOs that Pinbreaker's math is good.
Yes, exactly. One of the few eyes that Black Orchestra breaks for a reasonable amount of credits.
Yeah,
Cybernetics Court, and we're just trashing it and saying it's like, I don't care, I'm not letting you have anything. I don't even remember what Cybernetics Court does. Is it like the extra hand size asset?
yeah, it's four hand size unique asset.
And of course it's 5 to trash because everything is 5 to trash.
Uh, and it's dice to rumor mill. Just
And dice
repeat.
to rumor mill.
Yeah. Try again. Thinking about lines. Knight from Chess definitely set up here and just taking six credits a turn is good enough to try have troubles.
Yeah, like even with friend of a friend and everything, you can't just afford to naked install things because Wizard with Blue Moose and two Rezekis will just trash everything.
Yeah, this is surely not a matchup that you want to see. Yo,
Yes, I guess.
we gonna see something from Jai.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's see what Jai has cooking for us from
Okay,
4
Jai.
credit. I think it's also like starting to get scary. Like this ELP has been very taxing, but okay, well Jai is just a god gamer and just draws all of the fully ups.
Yeah, just getting some credits. I missed you so.
Jai being an as a group aficionado. And now with
Yo,
enough credits to do whatever they want.
oh my god, it's satisfaction to see this chat log uses full operation to gain 2 credits so many times. Oh my god.
I mean, if
Uh,
you're knight from chess now, is this the turn where you go like okay, well, zero hit a clan vengeance, but you drew into the other clan vengeance, so I think it's
yeah,
okay.
nothing happened.
Int Interesting that Knight from Chess. I was thinking this could have been like a double Clan Vengeance run, like tributary or something turn. I feel like since we are dripping so many credits,
I mean, enhanced login protocols definitely stopping that line. Kinda concurrent.
hmm. Okay, now we're going after the Jeeves. I agree with this definitely. Installing this
Mm,
the oh my god, we are so good at hitting the right cards off of zero.
yeah.
And now we just run the Jeeves. We have to get rid of everything, like slowly grind things out of these servers.
Oh, you see,
Oh,
that's shadow.
employee strike to get rid of ELP. Okay.
Yeah.
And and we found our console, which is Desperado, so we're gonna make even more credits.
Yahoo!
Is- Like this deck might be slow to set up, but if you enjoy making money, this deck is for you.
Yeah. I mean, this deck is kinda cool.
And I guess like we have a same old thing. So is this just like officially like a levy waiting room? And then we
I
just do it all
mean,
again?
you want to just install Desperado, click click your zero a few times, and yeah. Oh,
Because
you can.
I feel like, yeah, we haven't also like bankaring a lot because we've kind of already hit all of our like I've had horses and steel skins, so it's not like as like card free to just like bankaring through Fairchild 3. It's like you're gonna lose 3 cards. That's almost the same as like if we're just drawing 1 card per click. It's almost the
Yeah.
same as just clicking the subs on the Fairchild.
But all banker just goes to tributary, and it's kind of rough. Then you can
Yeah.
use page credits.
I guess it's wait, is this another fully op? Wait, how many fully ops has Jai played this game? Did we
Yo,
spin
it's
back some
eternal.
fully
Every
ops?
6 fully ops. I think you just shuffle back it because it's
I
super
think
good
Jai
card.
must have shuffled back some fully ops, yeah. Jai with 9 cards in hand and still has the Jeeves. If Jai can play 3 operations this turn, like with like a double biotic turn, like Jai could score to 7 this turn if we're not too careful.
Yo,
Like
but
imagine imagine there is like a wage workers on the table and
yeah,
Jai plays like Jai has a Vacheron, like not a Vacheron, like I God, I forgot the name of the project, but like has an agenda counter. So they like if they have like 1 biotic, they can go like biotic, get back another biotic, gain like 1 million clicks,
yeah,
and then install like a 5/3 and score it from hand or something.
yeah, but it only works if you have wage workers in hand, because the one reason why
Jai
Jeeves
screaming
do
that he has no idea. So the employee strike
oh,
actually may be coming in relevant somehow.
they yeah, and what I tried to say is that Jeeves works only first time you take same action.
Oh yes,
Uh,
it's not the same as wage workers, and Jeeves
yeah,
doesn't work with operations.
I mean, and you can't just do same shenanigans as these wage workers, because Jeeves has to see all three
Every
clicks.
single click. Oh,
Yeah,
install Biotic
okay,
with
something
Rubius
is
back.
clicking. Another
Vitruvius back
biotic.
the biotic. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Good guy Jai asking for action. Yes, because maybe Knight from Chess was not thinking about.
okay.
Oh,
Okay.
we actually are going for biotic.
Try
Luminal.
luminous. Oh,
Oh
we
my
gonna
god.
see some clicks here.
But the thing is, like, you still need to score everything from hand. Like, I feel like anything that you leave out on the table, Knight from Chess can just run. It doesn't matter what the ice is or what the upgrade. Like Bin Breakers, Bankar.
Yeah,
It's
just ultimate.
like this is the Doom rig.
Yeah, yeah. Just ultimate combo to run everything.
Oh,
Knight
Estelle
from
Moon.
chess got set up.
Estelle Moon when you have 4 clicks after scoring your agenda.
Yeah, it definitely feels good.
And advance. What?
We, I mean, victory
Friends?
score. Your
Is this like an
score.
NGO front?
I don't know. I think if this deck was run and we will see, we saw it in previous turns, I don't know. I mean, can we just 5-3?
But you're on 2 credits.
I mean, Estelle is kind of fixing this problem, but
I
he
mean, but yeah, but
has.
like you know for a fact that Knight from Chess can get into server 2. So
Oh, Lakshmi is good shutout on from Knight from Chess.
what's the text on Lakshmi? That is a
Yeah,
really good
Lakshmi
question.
Lakshmi can actually save the situation here.
Well, if Knight from Chess, yeah, just rips the card right away,
Yeah,
then the only out that Jai has is that he draws the agenda that he needs to protect off of the Estelle Moon 3 cards,
I
which with
mean,
14 cards in R&D is not impossible.
he can be just lucky enough and
Oh, but
still
Trib
hold the
Trib is
advantage.
firing. Ah, okay, yes, then we're gonna undo. I think yes, we don't really don't want the Trib to fire. So we should run, yeah, like something else first. Forcing the Estelle, I guess, is good. I'm not sure this is actually relevant that much, because like the Estelle
I
Moon
mean,
will always pop,
yeah,
and
you
we're actually
want just
breaking it.
to move tributary.
Yes, it's just to make tributary move. Now we will see. Yeah, like this could be a 5-3. And the thing is if Jai didn't discard the the right agenda off of the CV and there is a Lakshmi somewhere, then yeah, this is GG.
Yeah, Drive has a out, has a chance to has a out mostly. Oh,
GFI.
just don't draw, didn't draw it, and he
Okay,
goes
and
for
now
the
we're
cheese.
going after the Jeeves, which I think makes sense.
Yeah,
I don't remember what was installed off of the friends, but
it was. I think definitely there was one wage workers.
yes, I think so too. Mumba Temple. Okay, so definitely going more in the asset spam direction. And there is another Jeeves, of course.
Mm-hmm.
This Mumba
And
Temple. Is can Jai. Oh, Jai tabling a Nico.
oh my god, Jai, just
Oh,
table eco,
it's such a
just
Chad
good
move.
enough.
Oh, so he
Wow,
the Ikawa was in the bin and he friends for wage workers and the Ikawa from the bin to naked
yo,
stole it.
just baited knight from chess. Damn, Jai.
Yes, like
Oh
the
my
one
god,
advancement actually made the Knight from Chess 100% lock into the server. Oh my God, that was so
yo,
smart.
Jai this is kind of cool line. Damn,
Yeah, that's the champion of the people dev. Yes.
damn.
All right.
Okay, that was some cool
And that's
games.
the last game for week 7. That was really, really good.
That was indeed our final game for the week. Thank you both for jumping in and taking care of the second half. And yeah, just amazing games. I think the quality of the games this week, I think the quality of the games every week, this entire season has been really, really good. There's been banger games every week. And yeah, Jai rocking Asa, his other love, his other corp I love in Netrunner. But we obviously
Yeah.
we have a standings. We have standings updates. Of 15, 15 logged another sweep, which is 12-0. So if we go to the standings page, I'm going to cut over now to our very, very swanky graphics that definitely weren't just done in Google Slides. Um, we will see that of 15-15, these are the standings at the end of week 6. So we saw these at the start of the evening. And if we go on, we will see the updated points as of week 7 with 2 more weeks to go. Almost everyone has had their bye week now. The only people left that have not had their bye week are Toron and Jai. Toron will be getting his bye week next week. Jai will play next week and he will sit out the final week of competition. Everybody else has had their bye week, so the standings now are relatively predictable. Or at least there's going to be no mad fluctuations because of bye weeks not accounting for games played. But the big, huge talking point of 15-15 on 36 points, 12-0, with 2 games left to play. Jai sitting in second, 24 points, 7 games played. He only has 1 game left. I'll let the folks at home do the mathematics on that one. But needless to say, all 15-15 has completely dominated this tournament to an absolutely ridiculous level to play that consistently for 6 rounds, for 6 weeks, putting that in, making the correct meta calls. Absolutely fantastic. We will see, obviously, how it all pans out because there is much more to discuss on the table. But yeah, the dominance from up 15 this year is yeah, it goes without words. Words it says it all for itself, doesn't it? 12 wins, 12 games played.
Yes, it's really been a crazy run, and I have to say that outside of the God run of OF, I'm actually really surprised to see how everyone else, like there is like the middle pack, if we want to call it that, is like everyone, like all of the games are super close, the standings are super close, and I think yeah, like we're gonna really see a photo finish these last few weeks.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely. So if we leave of 15-15 on his throne of gold or on their throne of gold, and look at the rest of the standings, Jai is sitting relatively comfortable in second place on 24 points. He only has 1 more week of competition left, so the most that he can finish on is 30 points. However, we have seen time and time again in Eternal Super League just how volatile the standings can be. One split, one sweep, one game dropped can completely drastically change the results because as we see, even if we go back and we look at the standings from last week, You know, we have Augusta Caesar here in second to last place. Mezzi's sitting in fourth. CD Rowe, I know, is on the call at the minute. He came into this week on third place. Obviously had the bye week this week. But if you look at the shifting around, Toron in fifth. Toron jumps up to third. CD Rowe drops down. Mezzi climbs up slightly. Augustus makes a huge jump. So there's huge movement happening throughout the table. A huge glut of players now in the middle. It's entirely possible for pretty much anybody on the board to end up on the podium positions and finish in that top three of the Eternal Super
Yeah.
League.
It was definitely really painful to watch when I just opened standings in some evening and just saw I was in third place. Now I'm on sixth place. What is went wrong?
So that just goes to
You
show
have
you
two
that.
more weeks to make it up. Yes, don't worry about it.
So that just goes to show just how much things can change from a week to week basis. We've 1 week down of phase 3, our final phase. We have 2 more weeks left of the Eternal Super League. I know the overall victor might be a done deal now, but there is so much still left to play for. The bottom 3 spots as well, those are our relegation spots. You don't want to end up there because the top 6 all get a guaranteed invite back to next year's Eternal Super League. The bottom 3, though, will need to play their way in and earn their spot back. But you folks have talked enough. I have been monitoring the stream enough. I think it's time we sign off for the night. Thank you so much to both of you for commentating this week, for commentating those excellent games. Do you have any shout outs, anything you'd like to say before I take the hot mic away from you?
Wow, thank you for having me as usual. It's always a blast. Always happy to commentate with CDRO as well. We already did another week together. And yeah, shout out to all of the scrubs and all of the amazing Netrunner community following us along.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, my pleasure to commentate with Pastron again. I want to shout out to all ESL team that makes a lot of work, and to St. Petersburg Meta that had a tournament literally yesterday. Just, yeah, that's all. Thanks for having me.
Thank you both so much. We will be back here next week, same time, same channel, for our penultimate round of the Eternal Super League. Until then, please enjoy yourselves. Thank you both for commentating. Thank you as well to Toron and Laura for stepping in the first half. They did an amazing job, the two of them. Thank you to everybody for watching. Thank you to our players for playing. And we will see you all next Sunday for week 8 of the Eternal Super League here on YouTube. Thank you so much, folks, and have a wonderful, wonderful evening. See you then.
Bye, everyone.